MVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Park National Bank, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, the Carriage Company, Huddle Tire and Auto, the Fairfield County Commissioner's Office, South Central Power, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Interface Video Productions Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker and Marion Royster. Tonight we're at Fulton Field, home of the Lancaster Gales. Tonight it's the home of the Fisher Catholic Irish as they take on the Bishop Rosecrans Bishops in a Mid-State League Cardinal Division battle, which looks to be an outstanding game, Tim. As we look at this game with all the stats and everything on paper, two teams that look very similar.
Yeah, as much as the situation is that it's a league game, Jared, it also has a big meaning in Division 7, Region 27 standings, because Fisher would like to solidify, their plan to go to the playoffs. They're 11th right now, and they're taking 16 out of each region, and Bishop Rosecrans is right on the edge at 18. So this is a huge game tonight for the region.
Tonight's pregame is brought to you by Personal Touch Party Rentals. Carol and Eric Whittington would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events in Lancaster. They are a small family-owned business and have been serving the Central Ohio area since 2003. They would love to help you plan your next event, weddings, special events, even corporate events, all with a personal touch. They can be reached at 740-689-6991. Let's go down on the field to Marion Royster. Marion, just an absolute gorgeous night for high school football.
Right now, but should get a little chilly as the night goes on. Might cause for fans to put on a sweater or two, but as a football player, you couldn't ask for a better night. Nice, cool night. Play some football. Should have a good one tonight.
Tim, let's talk about these two teams. We mentioned that on paper they look very similar. For Bishop Rosecrans, a predominantly running football team, and last week they had an outstanding running performance by Hankinson, Rex Hankinson, up against Grove City Christian.
Yeah, he ran 27 times for 436 yards. And when I checked the Ohio school, high school records for rushing yards in a game, he ranks 25th all time in the history of the state of Ohio. That's pretty impressive.
Rosecrans comes in with a record of 2-4. However, looking at their schedule, the teams they've lost to are pretty darn good. They are a combined 17-6 on the year.
Yeah, I think that's what even makes it look that more even, because you look at Fisher having 3 wins, 3 losses, but as Coach Tim has stated to you, they've been kind of on a roller coaster. Win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So they're looking for some consistency.
For the Irish, it's the Jack attack in the backfield. Jack Tenza, Jack Wright, and Jack Carpenter. Those guys, you're going to hear a lot of those guys' names tonight. They get primarily all the carries, and Jack Tenza is just a beast in the backfield.
Well, you look at he's had the ball in 6 games 133 times in carries alone. So he's carrying the ball over 20-some times. Yeah. And then, as you said, you throw Jack Wright in, and he's carrying it another 10 times. Wow, they're just a combo back there that's just going to create problems for Bishop Rosecrans.
Let me give you a name to listen for defensively for the Irish. That's Kavanaugh Frank, number 55. He plays center on the offensive line, but defensively, linebacker. And I tell you what, he is a beast and all over the football field.
That's what you need on defense, somebody to really set the tone. And Tenza and Yeager, too, come by. Yep. When you look at numbers and tackles and effort and those things, they fit right in to really help Fisher Catholic to set their defense.
Tonight's kickoff brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. It'll be J.J. Vio teeing it up to kick off for the Irish. Back deep for Rosecrans is Garrett Pugh, as well as Weston Hartman. It will be Hartman on the return from the 15-yard line. Hartman across the middle and wrapped up right about the Fumble on the field on the kickoff, and the Irish seem to have recovered, and then they have. Wow, what a break for the Irish on the opening kickoff.
Yeah, he just did not protect the ball once he got in a group setting, and good job by the Fisher Catholic kickoff team.
Let's go right down to Marion. Marion, I want to talk to you about the fact that the Fisher Catholic Irish get a player back tonight for the first time all season. That's Simon Messerly. As a player, maybe, I don't know if you've experienced injuries and coming back, what's the emotion like coming back this late in the season? But he's got to be jacked up tonight.
Yeah, he's got to be extremely jacked up, and I think the challenge is to not try to do too much. You obviously want to be competitive. You obviously, want to go, full go, do as much as you can to help your football team. But at the same time, you need to control that, not get too riled up, so to speak, and still be available to help your team. But, excited for Messerly, and hopefully he has a great night tonight.
On first down, Tenza carries it for not much there. No gain, second down and 10. And the Bishops got very good penetration on that right side of the defensive line. Get to our keys to the game after this snap.
Yeah, you also notice the Rosecrans is playing with 4 down linemen, Jared.
Yeah.
A lot of teams do not do that anymore defensively.
Right in motion, he takes the handoff and is hit immediately in the backfield at the 30-yard line and tackled by Weston Hartman. Let's get to our keys to the game, brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right.
Well, I think for the Irish, number one, keep the momentum going. They had a really good win last week against Fairfield Christian Academy, and try to keep the momentum going. As we said earlier, they need to be steady and more consistent. And for Rosecrans, defensively is the key here, Jared.
3rd and 12. Here's Tenza right up the middle, pushing forward. Gets across the 25. Not enough for the first down. However, they do have a leg out there that can kick field goals, and that's J.J. Vio, and he trots onto the field now. His high this season, I believe, he kicked a 37-yarder. He's missed from beyond 40 a couple times. But J.J., a junior, does an outstanding job with the kicks.
Will be attempting the field goal.
This will be a 42-yard attempt officially. Kick is up,
He's got it.
And it's good.
Easy.
J.J. Vio from 42 yards out puts the Irish on the board 3-0. At the Division 7 level, Shoe, having a kicker like that, that's a weapon.
Hey, any level,
Yeah.
Jared. I don't care what you say. That's a great kick, and taking advantage of a turnover immediately in the game is really important.
Yeah.
This evening.
Sure, he said, next time back it up to 50 and give me a challenge, guys. Goodness gracious.
Here's the replay. Good snap. The hold from Kiefer.
And Edward Jones.
Beautiful kick, right down the middle.
Yeah, no doubt.
Great job by Vio, and he goes back out to tee it up to kick it off. Got to say, Shu, for me doing this game, it's kind of awkward because number 19 there on your screen, that's my son, Gavin, freshman for Fisher Catholic, and so it's kind of different to be broadcasting a game that my son's playing in.
Well, I'll tell you a little story about that sometime here later on. We get a moment.
JJ boots this one all the way down, and it did not go into the end zone. Picked up at the 6-yard line, and the first man there. Wow, a nice hit by the Italian exchange student, Leonardo Aragoni. He knocked it free. The Bishops fall on it, but boy, that could have been costly.
Yeah, I feel bad for Hartman. He's got to do a better job protecting the ball on these kickoff returns.
Tell you, Leonardo Aragoni, that's a story right there. There's Gavin. There's my son, 19 there, coming off the field, freshman. But watch Leonardo here, number 21. This is a kid who had never seen a football game in his life until he came to Fisher Catholic as an exchange student, and he's got some wheels. You can tell he's raw.
Yeah.
But he gets down there and knocks that one free. So the Bishops, with their back to the wall, hand off to Hankinson. He's hit immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Well, when a guy rushed for over 430 yards the last game, you kind of got to figure he's going to see the ball a lot. Yeah. So I'm sure the Irish will really set their defense accordingly.
Waylon Yeager on the hit, a loss of a yard. So now it's 2nd and 11, the ball on the 1-yard line for the Bishops. Sure that Coach Chris Zimba not too pleased with the special teams on the first 2 kickoff returns tonight.
No, because that offense is important, defense is important, but the special teams, Jared, can set the whole tone of the game.
You're right. Second down at 11. Brendan Bernath is the sophomore quarterback. Has done a great job for the Bishops, and a fumble. And Hankinson falls on it.
Bernath, the ball carrier.
Man, they're having all kinds of trouble holding on to the football.
Tell him to throw that ball over to Marion, and he'll wipe it off. It's got to be slick.
3rd and 11.
3rd and 11, still at the 1-yard line. I like what Bernath's teammates, Brendan Bernath, were talking about, the sophomore quarterback. They mentioned that they tease him. They call him Manning-like. I tell you, that's not a tease. That's a compliment.
No, that is a compliment.
Compare him to Peyton Manning. That's not a bad comparison whatsoever. I formation for the Bishops. Bernath back to pass. He lofts one. He's got a man wide open at the 20. It's caught down to the 32, and it's a foot race to the 40. And finally brought down from behind Jack Wright, and he stripped the football, but he was down.
Pass is complete.
And if there's been one Achilles heel for the Irish all season, it's been their pass defense.
11,
Just got behind him and didn't see the football. Great rush. They sent extra people.
Jack Wright on the tackle for the Irish.
And, you're out there on an island defensively in the defensive backfield. You got to see the football to make a play on it.
Great job by Bernath. And the reception over on their far side, that's Weston Hartman.
Yeah. He almost fumbled at the end of the play,
he did.
Jared.
Jack Wright did a nice job stripping it, but he was down when he did fumble.
Jack Wright on the tackle.
As I mentioned, that's one area of the Irish game that they've struggled with is their pass defense this year.
Well, I think they're doing the right thing. The first key to pass defense, in my opinion, is getting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah. Pressure applied up front. Waylon Yeager's up there, also up there with him is Jonathan Crook. Tenza, you can see, ready to burst through the line. Bernath's pass this time over the head of his intended receiver on the far sideline. That's Weston Hartman once again. Bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, but I like putting pressure on the quarterback and making them make the play. He is a freshman, and you can make him determine how consistent he's going to be and able to make those throws.
Yeah.
3rd and 9.
One thing, our Josh Messerly had a chance to talk to head coach Chris Zemba, and I was very impressed with a couple of things that he said. I'll get to that after this play. 3rd down and 9. Bernath with Tommy Bernath behind him as well as Hankinson. He's back to pass. That same play on the far sideline, and it's caught on the far sideline once again by Weston Hartman, and he's in bounds. That's a 1st down.
Keep going to it
as
long as it works.
Absolutely. But one thing that Coach Zemba talked about is he gave a lot of credit and praise to a couple of linemen. Gavin B said he's a very driven player, taking on a new role at center. Those guys are guys that don't always get a lot of credit, And the other one, Brendan Wilden, he talked about those two guys and what they mean to this football team. I think that's very impressive. Bernath again to pass, and it's caught for a touchdown by number 10. That's Garrett Pugh. What a pass by Bernath.
That was a really nice catch.
Yes, it was.
To Garrett Pugh for the touchdown.
Beautiful adjustment to the ball on that one, guys. Nice job.
So the Bishops march down the field from their own 1-yard line, take it 99 yards for a score, and they did it through the air. High snap, but the kick is up, and it is good. And the Bishops take a 4-point lead. No, it's no good. It's wide to the left.
Point is no good.
So it's a 3-point lead. Look at this catch and pass. Great job.
Oh, fantastic. Like Marion said, just a good adjustment at the end of the play.
6-3 Rosecrans. With 7 minutes to play in this first quarter.
Yeah, and you were talking about Coach Zemba. He also said this. I think this will be a very good game. Fisher Catholic is a good team, but we think we are too. And that's interesting coming in at 2-4. They still have some confidence, and he has some confidence. Obviously, he feels they're getting better every week. They're bigger and faster this year than they have been, and they're working hard really to try to get better in all facets of the game. And you can't ask much more out of young players than that.
And that's the goal, get better every week.
Absolutely.
Especially in a season like this where they've extended the playoffs to 16 teams.
You've got a pretty good chance in your region if you can play at all.
Back deep for the Irish will be Jack Wright and Jack Tenza. It will be Garrett Pugh to kick it away. He just caught the touchdown pass for Rosecrans.
Jack Wright and Jack Tenza deep for the Irish.
It'll be a short kick. And it bounces. They let it bounce between them, and Wright picks it up at the 5-yard line. Up the middle of the field, Jack Wright on the move and made something out of nothing there. Gets all the way across the 25 to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that's just simply not communicating is all that is, Jared. You know, you coach baseball. I coach the round ball. You just have to communicate in sports, whatever sport it is. Let people know what you're doing.
Well, and being a short kick, I mean, that could have been a decent return.
Ball spotted at the 27-yard line.
Jack Wright did a great job of making something out of nothing there with starting at his 4-yard line. So the Irish come out trailing 6-3. 1st and 10 at their 27-yard line. Led by freshman quarterback Grant Kiefer, who's gotten better every week. Here's a handoff to Tenza, trying to get outside, stiff-arming, and he's going to be wrapped up. And still, it takes an army basically to bring him down. He gets across the 30.
Well, the good thing about Jack Tenza is you know, he has a will.
Yes, he does.
And he's going to go forward. And anytime you have a back that falls forward, that's a positive thing.
I think that Marion's going to like watching Jack Tenza play. He's a tough running back. We're watching the replay here. Look at that stiff arm.
Yeah, I love watching guys that, you know, it takes 2, 3, 4 guys to bring them down. Just hard running, hard driving, just a refusal to go down. That's very impressive.
2nd down. Here's Tenza again. Feeling his way through the offensive line, dragging people with him. He's up near a 1st down. I think he's shy by a little bit less than he goes. No, they're waving him on. Okay, 1st down.
For the Bishops.
It's always interesting how people view things, isn't it? You know, what Marion said, though, to us a few weeks back is the key to a back, and this was one of his things, is don't go down by the first contact.
Right.
And that is what you see here out of Jack Tenza.
The other one that has gotten quite a bit of carries and lots of yards this year has been Jack Wright, who's just a sophomore. Look at this run by Tenza. Man alive, he's still going all the way up to the 45-yard line of Rosecrans. And that was all. I mean, he got hit almost immediately.
I was just going to say the same thing. He didn't gain 1 yard without somebody hanging on.
Right.
Along with Scott. 1st and 10 for the Irish.
So we'll see where he's hit.
Right
there at the line of scrimmage.
At the 36, and the ball's at the other team's 45.
You know what he reminds me of? I'll date myself. John Riggins.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Jack Carpenter around the left side. Carpenter lowers his shoulder and gets up across the 40 to about the 36-yard line, close to another 1st down.
Caleb Scott on the tackle.
Really getting on this left side, Jared.
Carpenter on the season with 287 rushing yards.
Well, you know, Fisher's smart here. If you look
for
at
the
Barnard and the other defensive back on this side of the field, 22, they're both freshmen, Jared.
Yeah.
They're still learning the game.
That's the thing. Both of these teams, you know, small schools, small rosters, and both of them play a lot of freshmen. Here's Tenza. He's got the 1st down and more. Up across the 30.
The ball carrier.
No secret what you're getting out of the Irish. They're going to come right at you with Tenza, Wright, and Carpenter. The Jack attack in the backfield.
1st and 10 for the Irish.
That left side of the line of scrimmage for Fisher Catholic guys is doing an excellent job. Just getting a great deal of push, moving the line of scrimmage, and just allowing, you know, again, Tenza, even after he gets hit, to push the pile and continue to go forward.
That's a good point. I want to point something out after this play. There's Carpenter. You mentioned that left side of the line. Getting a start tonight on the left side, left tackle, is for the Irish is sophomore Drew Maddie. He's filling in tonight, so it's good to hear you say that left side, because he's on that left side, and he's doing a good job so far tonight.
Well, I believe the last 5 plays have been to the left, so if that doesn't clue you in, nothing will.
Right. Bodie Sullivan lines up at tight end on that left side this time. Here's Jack Wright going around the right side. He's got a good blocker out there by Hyde O'Reilly. And Wright inside the 5 dives for the end zone. Touchdown Irish.
Great effort.
Jack Wright.
And a
for the
great
Irish
job on the
touchdown.
block out there by Hyde O'Reilly, number 4, out on that far side, right about the 10 to 12 yard line to give Wright enough room to get into the end zone.
Well, if I'm coaching defense, I just got scored on also because they been going left, and they ran that, that sprint, that jet sweep to the right, and just great running by Wright.
Yeah. Mentioned freshman, the block that I mentioned, Hyde
Vio
O'Reilly is a
attempting the
freshman
extra point for
and
the Irish.
did a great job on that one. Low snap, Kiefer gets it down. The kick is up and good by Vio.
And it's good.
So with 4:01 to play in the first quarter, it's 10-6 Irish. Watch this.
Watch
Good
it
hard
well.
run by Wright.
Well, just
And
the
then-
determination
yeah.
here at the end of the run. Now that's at the 10-yard line. He's got a guy on his back.
Carried him all the way to the end zone.
Yeah, it's like an old mule. Just take him on.
Yeah.
I tell you guys, I was really impressed with Wright's explosiveness on that play. You could tell as soon as he got the ball, just the change of speed, the change of direction, almost lightning quick all the way to the end zone. You can see why he's the big play guy for Fisher Catholic. Not that they don't have more than a few, but he's had some big hitters, as you well know, Jared, throughout the season. A 58-yard touchdown last week. I think, led that team in rushing last week actually as well. So a good shine for the Irish that they're able to have multiple guys making big plays there.
Wright has 61 carries, 558 yards. It's 9.1 yards per carry.
That's
There you
that's just justifies exactly what Marion
Hugh
said.
and Hartman.
That's his 7th
For the
touchdown,
Bishops.
rushing touchdown of the season. He also has a
JJ
receiving
Vio
has a
will be
receiving
kicking off for the
touchdown,
Irish.
and he's just a sophomore. But he's a kid that he dedicated himself in the weight room last year and over the summer, and boy, it's paying off for him this year. Vio boots it away to the near side, taken at the 11-yard line. Leo getting down there to try to get the tackle. What a return here by Weston Hartman. Hartman up the near side, and the kicker, Vio, brings him down at the 41-yard line.
JJ Vio on the tackle for the Irish.
Nice return up the near side by Weston Hartman.
It's like we have a track meet going here.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice stick by Vio at
First
the end of
and 10 for
that.
the
Man,
Bishops.
heard those pads popping down
Ball
here,
spotted at
guys.
the 41-yard line.
Here's the tackle by Vio. Oh, wow. But look who came in there at the end. Leo Bernazzi. I mean, he was all the way down at the 10 where he had fallen down. Here's Bodie Sullivan on a tackle in the backfield for the Irish of Rex Hankinson.
Has a really great
Bodie
job of
Sullivan
discarding
on
the
the tackle
blocker and
for
getting
the
across the
Irish.
line.
Yeah. I messed up Leonardo's last name. It's Eric Goni. But just impressed with his tenacity. I mean, he went down. He was the first man down, missed the tackle at about the 10, but then he was all the way back up when the tackle was made at the 41.
2nd and 14 for the Bishops.
Loss on the play of 4. So Bernath and company will face a 2nd and looks like closer to 13. Rex Hankinson, the senior running back, right behind Tommy Bernath. And Sullivan jumped over on that far side.
Ball, encroachment, defense, 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Encroachment against the Irish.
Oops.
Our first
Yep.
first call of the night from our oh, and their whistle works.
Guys, check out this defense Fisher Catholic's in on the corners.
Yeah. Bernath looking to pass. He's got his man at the 31 and brought down right about the 28-yard line, but a first down for
Brendan
Rosecrans.
Bernath,
That's
pass
Tommy Bernath on the
complete.
reception.
Just what you said, Marion. They were doubling the
Bernath.
outside because they've been getting hurt on the passes down the sideline.
Hyde
And
O'Reilly on the
he made a
tackle
good
for
read in
the
finding the
Irish.
hole in the middle.
1st and 10.
Yeah, but I don't know that I've ever seen quite an aggressive double team. And when you've got the safeties literally on
They
the
were.
numbers with the corners right behind him.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, again, they're saying we are not going to let these wide receivers beat us anymore, which can leave the middle of the field susceptible, and you saw it on that last play.
Yep, I agree with you.
Good coaching by Rosecrans, too, to notice that and for quarterback Bernath to hit his man over the middle.
He's confident for a freshman.
He is. I believe he's a sophomore, but still. Pitch out to the left side this time. Nothing going there.
You're right, Jared. He is a sophomore.
Carpenter on the tackle.
I think I was thinking when he coach Zemba said last year he had to throw him in the fire as a freshman. I think that's stuck in my head.
You know, here's what's impressive about this Rosecrans team. I mean, they played 8-man football in 2019. They just didn't have the numbers. So really, just a couple of years, they've been back to 11-man, and they've got a very good team here, competitive team.
Yeah, and this is Coach Zemba's second year, so, you know, he's really starting to put some things together.
Yeah. Bernath passes over the middle. It's caught at the 20. Mikey Burkhart on the catch. Gets down inside the 15 to the 12. A first down, Bishops.
Yeah, there's just nobody in the middle of the field right now.
Riley on the tackle.
Dinking and dunking them now.
10 for the Bishops.
Last drive, it was the long passes down the sides. Now they're just dumping it right over the middle. Watch this play. Almost reminded me of the jump pass from Tim Tebow.
That's right.
And guys, we didn't have any stats for Rosecrans coming in, but I'd be surprised if they've thrown the ball this much this early in a football game so far this year.
I bet you're right. 1st and 10. Bernath hands off to Hankinson. And might have gotten a yard or two.
Well, I think that's smart football because they're taking what they're being given right now. And, you know, as we talked about earlier, Fisher's made a concentrated effort to take away the running game. Like I said, when you have a running back that's rushed for over 430 yards last week, you might want to make that take that out of their game, and they've done that. But to Rosecrans' credit, they've gone a different route and are still making progress offensively.
And when you have a core as strong as Fisher's is with those linebackers, you know, you're kind of playing into their strengths. So play to your strengths on the outside on the corner and take advantage of those mismatches you might have at the receiver position.
And that's not always an easy thing to do, Marion.
High snap. Burnett did a great job pulling it down. What a move there by the receiver. And he's fighting his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Bishops. That's Garrett Pugh on the touchdown, his second one of the night.
Pugh for the touchdown.
Really good effort by Pugh. We're seeing a lot of backs doing a good job and receivers doing a good job of breaking tackles, extra effort. Watch it here. Just a little slant.
Good move there.
Yeah, just cross the inside receiver out of the slot.
And he's going to do a double duty here and kick the extra point. It is up, and it's good this time. Puts them up by 3 as the buzzer sounds in the first quarter. So at the end of 1, it's Bishop Rosecrans 13, Fisher Catholic 10. We've got an exciting ball game so far tonight.
Well, I think we have time to say thanks, Jared, to some of our sponsors who have been with us for an awful long time, like Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, we also want to invite you out to walk through a timeline encampment and come face-to-face with historically accurate reenactors who portray knights, Vikings, archers, crusaders, and more in the free event. That's, again, free, family-friendly educational event. It's demonstrations that take place throughout the day, and there's even a great food truck on site. Check out Days of Nights, it's called, in Alley Park on October 9th and 10th.
Sounds a little interesting to me.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A reminder that at halftime this evening, we will
Sounds
be
like something
honoring
that your
our
grandson
senior
might like.
Yeah, he would be very interested.
members. Again, that's at halftime of tonight's game.
So the Bishops, after the score, will kick it off. Tenza and Wright back deep for the Irish. Pugh. The kick bounces, and it will be taken by Wright at the 15. Wright with a good return here. Wright across the 50. It's a foot race. Pugh grabs him from behind and finally brings him down up at the 31-yard line.
For the Irish.
Great return by Jack Wright.
Now, Marion is in charge of how many yards are gained by both teams tonight, right? Wow.
I'm sorry, say again, Shu?
Aren't you in charge of how many yards are gained by both teams in the first half tonight?
Oh, yeah. If we had Beth here tonight, her pencil or computer would probably be smoking right now. My goodness. We've got ourselves a track meet going here, guys.
Good blocking by the Irish on that kickoff return as well. But a great hard run by Jack Wright. 1st and 10 Irish at the 31-yard line. Kiefer brings them up. It'll be Tenza right behind him. Carpenter in motion. Here's Jack Wright, and a good job defensively, but he got out of it somehow. Jack Wright to the 30, and a short gain on the play. But he was hit almost immediately in the backfield, somehow got through it.
Yeah, I tried to run that counter, and he went outside, and the defender stayed with him.
Yeah.
If he could get that back inside, that the tackle or whoever was blocking the end out there, boy, he would have had a nice run.
2nd and 9 for the Irish.
It's a different view from up here than it is down there, though. I would tell you that.
It is.
I think I've told you before, I'm undefeated up here in the booth.
Kiefer hands it to Jack Tenza. Big hole there on the right side. Tenza across the 20, inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line.
I just like watching him finish runs because it's like bowling pins. You know,
yeah,
they go down.
Tommy Bernath on the tackle.
That right side of the line led by, on the right side, freshman Gage Armstrong at right tackle that time. You've got also Jonathan Crook over there. You got Waylon Yeager, Kavanaugh Frank at center. This offensive line doing a great job tonight opening holes for the running backs. Here's Tenza again, up across the 10.
Tenza the ball carrier.
And guys, I've been really impressed with Fisher Catholic's their versatility in the running game. A lot of these plays may look the same, but just slight variations of guard pulls here, or there's just a different pivot out and the way it times up. All that makes a world of difference when you're running the football, and they've been able to do a really good job of it so far.
Yeah. 2nd down and 6, Fisher Catholic. Here's Tenza again up the middle. Tenza into the end zone for the touchdown.
For the Irish touchdown.
And I'm sure that's what Coach Zemba's really concerned about. Defensively, they won last week, Jared, but still gave up 41 points.
Yeah.
That's been a big concern of his.
Yeah, you look at, the games that win and lose. The game that they won, is that the one against Grove City Christian you're talking about?
Yeah.
They scored over 60, but they gave up over 40. So kick is up, and it is good. And the Irish back on top 17-13. Here's a replay of that touchdown run by Tenza.
Yeah, I like how he got the ball and how he exploded right there on the handoff. I mean, and great blocking again.
Jack
left
Wright,
side
the
of
first
line.
man through and the line. Yep. The Irish back up on top now. I want to say thanks to our first half scoreboard sponsor. That's Buckeye Toyota. Buckeye Toyota would like to wish all of the local athletes best of luck this season. Buckeye Toyota is your hometown dealer that's here to help. Visit us online at mybuckeyetoyota.com. And, of course, a special shout-out to Buckeye Toyota for the beautiful van that we're broadcasting. Well, we're not broadcasting, but our crew is doing their job from down underneath the stadium.
No, we're very fortunate to have the people in our community that support like they do every year.
Absolutely.
Guys, how much you want to bet Leo's the first guy down and is the first person to put hands on the returner on this one?
Keep an eye on him. 21, Leo Aragoni.
Pugh and Hartman deep for the Bishops.
At the 35.
Vio will be kicking off
on the near side. Vio to kick it off.
Let's go, Waylon!
Hartman back deep.
Second tackle.
As well as Pugh, I believe it is. And it'll be taken at the 5-yard line. Up to the 20. And a nice job by the Fisher Catholic kick return team this time as they bring him down at the 20-yard line. Aragoni again. And Leo scored a touchdown, his first touchdown last week.
That's incredibly fun.
I'd be curious to see him return kicks, guys, with that kind of speed. Yeah. I wonder if Coach Themis has given that any thought so far this season.
Possibly. We'll see him here coming in, 21. Look at him. You would never believe that the kid he had never seen a football game in his life until he came here. 1st and 10. Handoff to Hankinson, and this time he is met at the line of scrimmage.
Hankinson, the ball carrier.
Credit to Fisher. That is just not going to be part of the game tonight.
Yeah.
They're going to force them to do something else.
Waylon Yeager on the tackle for the Irish.
Waylon Yeager on the stop, as you heard from the PA announcer.
That's the famous Carlton Ryder.
Yep. I can hear him from my house. You can probably hear him from yours too, can't you?
Yeah, it's like he's in my front room.
Second down and 12 after the loss on the play. Irish lead at 17-13. And Bernath's going to call a timeout. Saw something he didn't like, so they're going to call one. Might as well. You've got him. You might as well use them. So they'll call one with 9:11 to play in the first half.
Well, we got a moment, Jared. I want to give a big shout out to a couple of Fisher Catholic grads that are in the area here. First of all, most everybody that has ever been involved with Fisher Catholic will know Jack Adem. He's a 79 Fisher Catholic grad. He came back and coached at Fisher Catholic. In 1993, Fisher went undefeated, and they've only gone undefeated 3 times in the history of their football program, dating back to St. Mary's. And but what I really want to tell people is he is now in his 12th year as the head coach at Denison University up in Granville, just 25 minutes away, and he has really revitalized that program. So if you get a chance to go up to Denison U, up to Granville, go up and check them out. And I also want to say Noah Kearns graduated in 2013 from Fisher, played 4 years here at Fisher, played 4 years at Wittenberg, which is one of the top Division III programs in the country. He is the defensive line coach with Coach Hayden up at Denison, and he lives here in Lancaster.
Awesome.
So.
And he usually comes to every single Fisher game. I see him every week at a game.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Second down and 12. Bernath back to pass. Over on the far side, has a man, but he overthrew him.
Bernath's pass is incomplete.
Something else I want to point out, Shu, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Coach John Young for Fisher Catholic, coming up later this month, they're going to honor Coach Young. His wife was telling me earlier this year that this is his 65th year coaching high school football.
I knew
That's
it was
unbelievable.
I knew it was a lot.
But what a night, just a tremendous man he is. I love talking to him every time I see him. And you know, he and I kind of have a connection because he is a Meigs County guy, which is where I grew up. He's a Pomeroy Panther.
Yes.
I'm a Middleport Yellow Jacket. Bernath back to pass over the middle. That is an extremely hard pass to make. He's running to his right and throw it back to the middle of the field.
Yeah, with maturity, he'll be able to make that because he'll be stronger legs and stronger arm probably. But no, that's great. There is nobody better than JP, as they call him, John Young. And 65 years, that's just tremendous. I mean, I've been in Lancaster myself for 41, and I can't ever remember him not being involved, obviously.
Yeah. He's had stops here at Lancaster, of course, Fisher, Amanda Clear Creek.
Fairfield Union.
Fairfield Union. There was another one I'm trying to remember away from here as the Bishop's punt, end over end punt. Takes a bounce, and they're just going to let it roll dead, and it gets a good Rosecrans bounce inside the 40, and it will finally be down at the 36-yard line.
Hughes punt rolls dead at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Irish.
But Coach Young, at 83, continues to coach and teach at Fisher Catholic. Teaches mechanical drawing and also teaches weight training.
There's nobody like him, I will say that. And I mean that in a very good way.
Yeah.
He's a gem.
If we can get a shot of him, I'd love to do that. He's standing down close to Leo, actually, right now, number 21. Coach John Young, just a tremendous asset there he is, for the Fisher Catholic community to have. And movement early on the right side for Fisher Catholic.
False start against the Irish.
Backs him up 5, 1st down and 15.
Makes it 1st and 15.
That one not going to make Coach Canfield happy. He's an offensive coordinator for Fisher Catholic.
Hey, in week 7, you should not have illegal procedure difficulties.
Good shot there at Kavanaugh Frank and Grant Kiefer as Tenza takes a handoff, and he's going to get all those yards back and more, but he fumbled. And fortunately for Tenza, he falls right back on it. but gets all the way up near the 50, and another first down for the Irish.
That happens a lot, we see, when players fight for yards.
Yeah.
And sometimes the ball gets a little bit more out there for defenders to get at, but he did a good job of falling back on it.
Here it is. You'll see at the end.
Well, it's just a great effort again. But see, the ball isn't as protected as
Yep.
it usually is. You can only add one arm on it.
Here's Tenza again. Wow, just runs over top
Tenza, the ball
of the
carrier.
defender, but give that defender Weston Hartman credit. He stayed right with it and made the
Weston
tackle.
Hartman on the tackle.
I don't care what division it is. You're not going to see a harder runner or
Second and 6.
there's
for
a
the
lot of good
Irish.
running backs out there, but I put Jack
From the
Tenza right up
48.
with the best of them.
He's certainly tough and determined.
Second down and 6 for the Irish. Here's Carpenter trying to get outside, and what a job on that right
Jack
side
Carpenter, the ball carrier.
for Rosecrans, trying to get the number. That's number 40. That's Hankinson.
Yeah, real good job on their right side. Came up the line laterally, forced him to try to get
Hankinson on the
outside, and then
tackle
just came
for
up
the
and made a
Bishops.
good tackle.
Third down and 11. Clock rolls at 7:18 to play in the first half. Irish lead at 17-13. Keep in mind, this Fisher Catholic offense has a quarterback that's a freshman. They have an offensive lineman that's a freshman. They have a wide receiver that's a freshman. They have a running back that's a sophomore and a lineman that's a sophomore. So it's a young football team. Jack Wright this time trying to go the other side, and again going to be stopped in the backfield, and again it's
Jack
Hankinson.
Wright, the ball
Great job
carrier.
by Hankinson again.
Rex Hankinson on the tackle for the Bishops.
Brings up a fourth down and about 15 in a punting situation for the Irish.
Fourth and 15
Brennan
for the
Quaintance
Irish.
comes on to punt it away for Fisher Catholic. Here it is. Hankinson, man, he's been all over the place defensively. Brendan Pugh, or Garrett Pugh that is, goes back
Brennan
deep.
Quaintance in punt
to receive the punt.
formation for the Irish.
Low snap. Quaintance gets the punt away, takes a bounce at the 30. Pugh picks it up, and he's going to be wrestled down about the 35-yard line. Tackle made by Hyde O'Reilly.
Yeah, Pugh's a good runner. We've already seen that as he already scored 2 touchdowns this evening.
Yeah.
Hyde Riley on the tackle for the Irish.
That was a big defensive stand there for Rosecrans.
It is. You know, we've talked about that being kind of the weak spot right now, and Coach Zimba trying to get him to be more consistent
Pugh
defensively.
returned the punt
That's a
for
good
the
effort
Bishops.
right there.
First and 10 for the Bishops.
And guys, I would comment that, Fisher, they were running north and south and tried to go to a couple plays laterally east and west with those sweeps. Had some success early, but didn't pan out on that last play. So it'll be interesting to see if they go back to the north and south consistency on the next drive.
That's a very good point.
Yep.
Very good point. First and 10. Bernath hands it off to Hankinson, and Waylon Yeager right there to stop him.
Hankinson, the ball carrier.
Give him a yard on the play.
Waylon Yeager on the tackle.
Well, it's been a little bit of a
Along
chess
with
game
Gage
anyway.
Armstrong.
Yeah.
You know, they've tried to take Hankinson away. Fisher has and have done a good job. And Rosecrans just tried to counter with some passing attempts, some different looks. Once they took away the sideline passes, tried to open up in the middle. So it's really fun for us to watch here, Jared, to
Yeah.
see the chess game going on.
Second down and 9. Clock rolls at 5.5 minutes to play in the first half. Bernath pass is complete. And be brought down at the 40-yard line. Boy, somebody put a good hit on
Bernath
Jack
the receiving
Tenza.
end of the pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure that
Admiral
was
Frank on the
a block in
tackle.
the back.
It was close.
It was pretty close, I know.
And Tenza got up slow, which you don't see too often. I don't know if we have a replay of that, but he got hit hard. It's going to bring up a third down and 5. Watch here, 22 will get hit. Nah, maybe not.
Just got him blind, but he did not get him in the back.
No.
Good job of getting his helmet in front of him.
Yep. Got 3 receivers to the near side. And the Irish jump. And that's going to give
Dead ball.
Rosecrans a first down.
Encroachment. Defense, number 44. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Where that one will make Coach Timmis not very happy.
The Irish.
That would make my hair gray, and I'm not even coaching.
Ball spotted
Coach
at the
Timmis doesn't have to worry about
45-yard line.
that. He doesn't have any.
1st and 10 for the Bishops.
But he might lose the hat after ones like that. So the penalty gives him a 1st and 10.
Faster next time.
First and 10 for the Bishops at their own 45-yard line. Bernath fakes the handoff, looking to pass, comes back to the near side to Hankinson. He's got blockers ahead of him. Hankinson down the near sideline. Hankinson finally going to be wrestled. No, he gets out of it, and now he's going to take it in the end zone for a touchdown. What a run after catch by Hankinson, Rex Hankinson.
Jared, that was an extremely well-designed screenplay to the left here. And this is another way. If you can't hand it off to him, do this. It's like a long handoff. And look at the people in front. And then just, you can tell he's a tough runner. Look at that.
Gets out of 1, 2. If you're able to get out of a tackle of Jack Tenza, you're pretty strong. As Tenza looked like he was trying to go for the ball.
I believe he was.
Pugh's kick is up, and it is good.
Garrett Pugh for the extra point.
That puts Rosecrans back up on top now, 20-17, with 4:08 to play in the first half.
Yeah, we didn't see the over-under on this before the game, did we?
No.
Boy, Shu, you hit the nail on the head when you talked about, the ability of the Rosecrans coaching staff to recognize, they still need to get Hankinson the ball in some particular form or fashion. So running that screenplay was just right on time, had an opportunity to get him the ball in space. Fisher Catholic still in that, just 6 guys in the box with 2 linebackers, so really spread out. So it gives them an opportunity to stop the receivers, but unfortunately he's susceptible to things like that. Screenplays on the outside, he had a wall of blockers, and you saw what happened.
Check some scores from other games. Listen to this one. Second quarter up at Groveport, 14-14. As the Gales taking on the Cruisers, as Coach Schoonover going back to his, not only where he used to coach, but his alma mater. And now he's the coach for the Gales.
That's a big one for him and his team.
14-14 in the second quarter. We've got no score listed at Hamilton Township at Amanda Clear Creek. Blue Carroll leads Fairfield Union 14-0. And that's all the scores that we have as of right now.
Garrett Pugh will be kicking off.
Pugh to kick it away. Tenza and Wright back deep to receive. And he kicks it to Wright, who takes it at the 15. Jack Wright again, right up the middle of the field. Jack Wright up to the 43-yard line. A good return by the sophomore.
Somebody's going to take one to the house tonight on the special teams.
Yeah, I think so too.
Garrett Pugh on the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Irish.
Takes it on the bounce. He's lucky that didn't go between his legs.
From the 43.
Guys, Jack Wright's going to be fun to watch in a couple of years. He's fun to watch now, but he's going to be a heck of a player, and even in a couple more years.
Here's Tenza going over left tackle.
Tenza the ball carrier.
Gets up to about the 48, second down, and 6 coming up. Clock rolls down inside of 4 minutes to play in the first half.
Evan B on the tackle.
Both coaches talked about this game being a tough game.
And,
we already, repeated what Coach Zemba said.
48.
Coach Timmis said, Zanesville's a really big test for us because they're well coached, they're tough, and they're disciplined.
Yeah. Here's Jack Carpenter trying to get to the outside. He's close to a first down.
Jack Carpenter, the ball carrier.
I think the spot's going to give it to him.
Yes, it is.
1st and 10 for the Irish.
Kiefer comes sprinting over to get the play.
Caleb Scott on the tackle for the Bishops.
So give him 1st and 10.
Ball spotted at the 47-yard
in Rosecrans territory at the 47. There's Tenza up the middle. And even just falling forward, he
He's
gains
always
5
going
yards.
forward. He's always going forward.
Yeah.
Tommy Bernath on the tackle.
You'll take 6 yards a play, 5, 6 yards every play.
Absolutely, especially when you're a running football
Yeah.
team.
Woody Hayes would love this.
6 yards in that. No dust.
Cloud of rubber pellets. Here's Tenza, gets away to the 30 and couldn't break free of that one, but he's got a first down at about the 27-yard line.
No, he's not going to juke the
Brendan
defender.
Brath on the
No.
tackle.
Just not that type of runner.
Well, you grew up in the Athens area. You remember Dick Shore.
First
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
10 for the
Yeah,
Irish.
play-by-play for
Yeah.
OU
Ohio
and
Bobcats.
everything. Well, he did that show, and you can see it here, Bowling for Dollars.
I do remember that.
You remember that? And what's
Yeah.
this right here?
We give the tackler credit. Can't see his number, but he did a good job holding on for dear life there. And this time, Tenza's going nowhere
Ten's the
as
ball
Rex
carrier.
Hankinson
Caleb
once
Scott
again on that
the
left side
tackle
makes
for
the
the
stop. They'll
Bishops.
give him 2 yards.
I like Hankinson defensively.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he just made a great play on that screen pass, but I really like him defensively. He anticipates and pursues.
Clock rolls inside of 2 minutes. The Irish do have 2 timeouts left. But I'm sure they want to try to run it down and not give Rosecrans a chance to have the ball again. If Fisher Catholic can score here, they get the ball to start the second half.
Well, even if you get a field goal, here's that
Wright.
inside.
Jack Wright. Oh, he lost the football. And boy, we have seen twice tonight the running backs of
Jack
Fisher
Wright,
Catholic get
the
so
ball carrier.
lucky with that bouncing right back to him.
Well, they caught him on the counter here. You'll see on the replay. Time before he busted it and went outside. This time he stayed inside the blocker here, Jared. See?
Yeah,
That's
you're
where
right.
the hole is.
You're right.
That staying north and
Ball
south guys,
spotted
even
at
when they're getting the ball to the guys in the
15-yard
slot,
line.
making them come in the corners inside the tackles going north and south.
Kiefer hands off to Tenza. Tenza inside the 10. Look at him just barrel his way forward
the ball
inside
carrier.
the 5, down to 55 seconds. And Coach Timmis, I think, going to take a timeout. Yes, he is. Gives us a chance to tell you about our halftime band show coming up. Tonight's
Timeout,
halftime band
Fisher
show will be brought
Catholic.
to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments, family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. Also brought to you by Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. That's coming up shortly. In just a couple of minutes, we will have the Fisher Catholic Irish Marching Band. And I tell you, don't be deceived. About a 15-person band, but I've been very, very impressed with them this year. They do an outstanding job. They look good, nice new uniforms. They march well, and they play well.
That's great to hear.
The Irish with 2nd down and 1. Ball spotted at the 5-yard line with 55 seconds to play in the first half. Tenza takes a handoff, and he's untouched for the touchdown.
For the touchdown.
Well, that all started with good field position on the kickoff return.
Yeah, you're right.
So they went 59 yards in a very short time, but that good field position makes such a difference.
Yep. Puts the Irish back up by 3, 23-20, with Vio coming on to kick the extra point out of the
Theo
hole
will be attempting the
of
extra
Grant
point.
Kiefer. Kick is up, and it is good. So with
And it's
52
good.
seconds to play in the first half, the Irish up 24-20, and the Rosecrans Bishops will get 52 seconds to work with here after the kickoff. And don't be surprised if you see some passes down the sidelines. They had a lot of success with that early in this football game.
Well, if I'm Fisher, I don't want to give those good returners an opportunity here either.
Yeah.
Just like what they got out of Wright returning that ball.
Yep.
I'm sure he's going to try pooch or something, to limit the return yardage.
Good shot into the special teams huddle there. Coach Timmis coaching them up.
Boy, it's so critical to play good special teams, especially in these situations where you have limited amount of time and just a lot to think about, and your kids have to execute.
Pugh and Hardman deep for the Bishops.
So Vio to tee it up at the
J.J.
40.
Vio will be kicking off for the Irish.
Back deep is Garrett Pugh and Weston Hartman for the Bishops. We've seen a lot of good returns both sides tonight. He will squib it. It's taken by Hartman. Or check that, it's Pugh up to the 30. Pugh still on his feet and brought down finally at the 35-yard line.
That's okay. That kept everything in check, plus it took some time off the clock.
Kavanaugh Frank on the stop for the Irish.
Kavanaugh's he's had a good season this year.
He's had an outstanding season. And, you know, the thing, too, about Kavanaugh, he's an outstanding leader in the classroom, on the football field, as a senior. Just a tremendous young man. Does a great job with the younger players. Hankinson out of the shotgun. Screen pass out to, or check that, Bernath.
Yeah, that's fine.
Complete
right
to Bernath.
Yeah.
Bernath on the receiving end of the pass. Kavanaugh Frank on the
Short
tackle.
gain of about, well, they give him 5 on the play. Out to the 40.
Yeah, but that's fine in this situation right here.
Stops the clock at 40 seconds. That took 4 seconds off the clock.
2nd and 5 for the Bishops from the 40-yard line.
I tell you, Brendan Bernarth has done a good job
Yeah.
for Rosecrans.
He has.
He's been really solid.
He'll have Hankinson standing to his left. Back to pass, rolling out to the far side, looking downfield. There's a flag on the play. Almost, it's tipped and intercepted. Simon Messerly on, no, that's Jack Wright on the interception. There is a penalty. It might be a hold, so this might stand.
I believe where the flag came
from. It was
from,
Simon Messerly on the interception.
It was.
First game back, and Simon Messerly gets the interception.
I cursed him, Jared.
Pass is intercepted by Simon Messerly.
Offense number 65. That penalty's declined. First down.
You know, he's running right, and anytime you throw the ball over the middle late, that tends to happen right there.
We'll see what the Irish elect to do here with 27 seconds to go in the half. They do have 1 timeout left. They will have the ball at their own 44-yard line. Last week, Shu, right about this area of the field, they ran a halfback pass that Jack Tenza threw a strike down the field for a touchdown.
I saw where he had rushing
beautiful.
touchdowns, he's got receiving touchdowns, and he has 2 passing
touchdowns. It was beautiful. We'll see if they elect to do that here.
Well, if Zanesville's done their scouting, that won't be available.
Yes, it is. Here it comes. Tenza fires one down. It's intercepted. He didn't get much under that one. Intercepted by Weston Hartman, and Hartman on the return across midfield to the 45. Kiefer with a nice job making the tackle.
That's good. They're very well prepared.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch film at all, you got to say, fellas, this can happen.
I'm sure Jack would want that one back, just not the best pass.
No.
He's trying to pass it with gloves on, and you can see as it comes out, wobbly. Yeah, just underthrew his intended receiver, who was Hyde O'Reilly. And a good job by Weston Hartman on the return.
Isn't that what they call a duck?
43.
Yeah, wounded duck.
Yeah, wounded duck.
So 1st and 10 for Rosecrans.
Yeah, you got to make sure you stay deep. Keep everything in front of you, because most people don't have a kicker that can kick like Fisher's.
Right. Bernath has to just fall on the snap.
Bernath falls on the ball.
And will they call a timeout? Yes, they will.
Hey, as crazy as this game's been, why not?
Yeah.
Timeout, Bishops.
9 seconds to play in the first half, 24-20. And I never dreamed that we'd see this much passing in this game. Looking at the stats and looking at these two teams.
But again, give Rosecrans staff credit. You know, Fisher made them adjust, and they have adjusted.
Yep, they found what worked, and they've stuck with it.
Well, it's given them a chance, and as you know, we talked before the game how big a game this is in the region. This is huge.
Yeah. Second down, and a lot here. About 19 for the Bishops. Bernath again out of the shotgun with Hankinson. Hankinson standing to his left. Bernath the pass. hits his receiver and gets out of bounds
Burnett
at the
pass is
37-yard
complete.
line, but just 3 seconds left.
Yeah, but
Garrett Pugh.
maybe he can get it to the end zone at that point.
We'll
you
see,
know, that's
yeah.
the thinking maybe right there.
Maybe. Garrett Pugh on the receiving end. He's had a good game tonight for Bishop Rosecrans.
They've had several players who've had nice games.
Yeah.
Both teams.
I like this timeout by Coach Timmis. He's got one left in the half, and why not take it right here to set up your defense?
Two things. Don't commit a penalty.
Timeout,
and
Irish.
don't let anybody get behind you,
Right.
no matter what.
Yep. Mariana, in this situation, you've got youthful defensive backs back there.
Yeah.
It's got to be a nervous situation for the Irish.
Yeah, it's just no matter what, as Shu was saying, don't let the guy get behind you. If the ball's up in the air for a longer period of time, make sure that you do your best to have your depth perception right, stay deeper than the deepest, and above all else, knock the ball down. Don't try to be a hero intercept it, because a lot of times you go up thinking you're going to catch it. An interception in this case may be great on the stat sheet, but doesn't help you at all. So it's just more important to just make sure that you get it knocked down. I'm sure that's what Coach Timmis was telling his guys going in.
And look at this setup. Almost looks like a kickoff return, doesn't it?
A 3-4-4 defense.
This is the prevent defense. Bernath back to pass. Going to fire it short. And we're going to have a lateral, and a nice job by Jack Wright to make the stop as time runs out here in the first half. What a good first half we've had. As the Fisher Catholic Irish will go into the locker room with a 24-20 hard-fought first half lead.
24, Bishop
And we will send it to a break, reminding you to coming up, we'll have our halftime band show brought to you by Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Fairfield Federal. Stay tuned. This is the high school football game of the week.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Park National Bank, Dagger Law, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, the Carriage Company, Huddle Tire and Auto, the Fairfield County Commissioner's Office, South Central Power, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
Fairfield Medical Center took care of me like I was family.
I was made to feel like I was the only person that they were going to see that day, even though I knew that wasn't the case.
Everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease.
I was there for 12 days, and I felt comfortable there.
We were people to them, not a number. They took the time to get to know us, our personalities.
Well, they saved my life. You know, how do you beat that?
I don't know how I could have gotten through it without them.
Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
The Decorative Arts Center of Ohio offers amazing tours of the historic Reese Peters House, along with art classes, exhibits, and public programs. Hi, this is Jason Crable with the Decorative Arts Center of Ohio. This month, we are very grateful to be chosen as a recipient of Buckeye Toyota's Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye Toyota will make a generous donation with every vehicle they sell this month. Thank you, Buckeye Toyota, for helping our community.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Life is unpredictable. That's why estate planning is important. Estate planning provides you comfort and peace of mind knowing that you're taking care of your loved ones and ensuring your legacy lives on just as you envisioned. You lived a life that is beautifully and uniquely yours. You deserve an estate planning attorney who understands that and creates a plan as unique as you and in the best interest of your loved ones. You deserve the local, trusted, experienced attorneys at Dagger Law.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
My name is Ernest Elton Keaton, Ernie, 11th month, 15th day of 1947. I have a very interesting life. I worked for 51 years. It just come to me, what I wanted to do. Come a long way with all the pictures I've taken. I enjoy doing it to make people not sad, but happy. You know, and I have. I'm trying to do the best I can, be kind to people and everything. So I try my very best to do what's right and not wrong. It'd be a boring world if everybody did be everything. Same thing, same lights, you know. It'd be a boring world, I think.
Being a first-time parent is very nerve-wracking going into the hospital. You don't really know what to expect. The nurses, the staff, the doctors, everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease. They answered any questions we asked. They supported us through the whole delivery, the post-delivery, our stay in the hospital. We felt like we were part of their family. I wouldn't have put myself or my daughter in anybody else's hands. Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Hi, this is Kristen Glazier with Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, and we are here to provide compassionate end-of-life care, comfort, and relief for those experiencing grief in our community. This month, we are very grateful to be chosen as a recipient of Buckeye Toyota's Buckeye Cares program. That means that Buckeye Toyota will make a very generous donation with every vehicle they sell this month. Thank you, Buckeye Toyota, for helping our community.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Come experience the Huddle Tire difference. Locally owned and operated since 1910, we're your independent tire and auto repair shop. We carry all major brands of tires, including Goodyear, Cooper, BF Goodrich, and many more. But we're more than just tires. From safety inspections to alignments, brakes, shocks, and struts, even preventive maintenance, we can handle it all. Enjoy the ride at Huddle Tire Company, 300 South Columbus Street, or we can be reached at our website at huddletire.com.
Catholic Marching Irish, under the direction of Mrs. Judy Rare, are excited to present their halftime show for you tonight. Our band tonight will begin with an exciting jazz rock original called The Force. Our next song is a power pop song written by the American singer Ava Max, and it was released in 2020. Here is Kings and Queens. And to end our show this evening, we will present a biting Latin-style piece with its driving percussion sound called El Tiburon, the Shark. Thank you for your support of the Irish Marching Band, and go Irish!
The Decorative Arts Center of Ohio offers amazing tours of the historic Reese Peters House, along with art classes, exhibits, and public programs. Hi, this is Jason Crable with the Decorative Arts Center of Ohio. This month, we are very grateful to be chosen as a recipient of Buckeye Toyota's Buckeye Cares program. That means Buckeye Toyota will make a generous donation with every vehicle they sell this month. Thank you, Buckeye Toyota, for helping our community.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Lender, craftsman, dog dad. We're more than our job titles, and you're more than an account number. The personal attention we provide comes from a promise to serve you with respect and compassion. By being responsive to your questions and taking time to understand your needs and goals, we give you more than just a place to bank. That's the more you can expect from Park National Bank. Find John or a banker near you at parknationalbank.com. Park National Bank, where you mean more.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
Life is unpredictable. That's why estate planning is important. Estate planning provides you comfort and peace of mind knowing that you're taking care of your loved ones and ensuring your legacy lives on just as you envisioned. You lived a life that is beautifully and uniquely yours. You deserve an estate planning attorney who understands that and creates a plan as unique as you and in the best interest of your loved ones. You deserve the local, trusted, experienced attorneys at Dagger Law.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
Sweet!
My name is Ernest Elton Keaton, Ernie, 11th month, 15th day of 1947. I have a very interesting life. I worked for 51 years. It just come to me, what I wanted to do. Come a long way with all the pictures I've taken. I enjoy doing it to make people not sad, but happy. You know, and I have. I'm trying to do the best I can, be kind to people and everything. So I try my very best to do what's right and not wrong. It'd be a boring world if everybody did be everything. Same thing, same lights, you know. It'd be a boring world, I think.
Being a first-time parent is very nerve-wracking going into the hospital. You don't really know what to expect. The nurses, the staff, the doctors, everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease. They answered any questions we asked. They supported us through the whole delivery, the post-delivery, our stay in the hospital. We felt like we were part of their family. I wouldn't have put myself or my daughter in anybody else's hands. Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
Hi, this is Kristen Glazier with Fairhope Hospice and Palliative Care, and we are here to provide compassionate end-of-life care, comfort, and relief for those experiencing grief in our community. This month, we are very grateful to be chosen as a recipient of Buckeye Toyota's Buckeye Cares program. That means that Buckeye Toyota will make a very generous donation with every vehicle they sell this month. Thank you, Buckeye Toyota, for helping our community.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Park National Bank, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, the Carriage Company, Huddle Tire and Auto, the Fairfield County Commissioner's Office, South Central Power, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.
And we welcome you back to Fulton Field, where your halftime scores Fisher Catholic 24, Bishop Rosecrans 20, in what was an outstanding first half. You know, a lot of points scored, but really pretty clean. We didn't see a whole lot of penalties on either side.
Not at all.
The Johnson Smith.
The only ones that we really saw, I'm sure Coach Timmis is not real happy about.
Right, right. Seemed like Fisher Catholic had some that hurt them more than what Rosecrans did. But I tell you, let's talk about that first half. For Rosecrans, we mentioned it, they did a nice job adjusting. They knew, obviously, Fisher Catholic was stopping the run. And so what they do, they open it up and they air it out down the sides. And once that went away, then they start dinking over the middle.
That's
just
right.
Outstanding coaching.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's not as complicated as we make it, but it's not easy to execute is the whole thing.
Right.
The thoughts are easy, but the execution's different. And, you know, give credit to both teams. I mean, you see Fisher, they're basically a running attack.
Mm-hmm.
And as you said, Bishop Rosecrans, they've been forced to pass. So we've got contradicting styles going on here.
For the Irish, it was a lot of Jack Tenza up the middle. But, you know, one thing that we noticed, though, Marion pointed this out in that second quarter, when they started to go away from the runs up the middle, up the gut, and tried to get to the outside, that's when they really were hurt. And, you know, Rex Hankinson was a beast stopping them on the outside.
Yeah, you got outside the tackles, and they tried to get wide. And Rosecrans has some quickness and did a good job on the perimeter of not letting the Irish get outside. You still have to attack off that outside tackle because everything can't be with center guard area.
Yeah.
In your 1 and 2 holes, but it's just been interesting, Jared, and I really enjoyed the first half.
I want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew tonight. Our camera guys tonight up here high atop Fulton Field is Jim Spires. Jason Roush is midway down, and then down on the field bringing you these shots right on the field is Tom Russo. In the truck tonight, Donnie Ziegfeld, Bob Campetti, and Josh Messerly. And we also want to say thanks to Shane Messina, who was with us helping us set up tonight. So the Interface Video Productions crew always do an outstanding job. There's Jimmy Spires right there on the top camera. 32nd season for Jim Spires running camera.
Going to be camera Social Security at some time here soon.
What did the camera look like back then? And there's Jason Roush.
The Jason Roush.
58 years for, no, I'm just kidding. And then down on the field is Tom Russo, bringing you the action right on the field. It will be the Irish who get the ball to start the second half. Remember, the opening kickoff to Rosecrans, they fumbled, and that led to a Fisher Catholic 42-yard field goal for JJVO and an early 3-0 lead. There's Tom Russo right there giving you the shot of Jack Tenza and Jack Wright ready to receive this kick. It'll be taken on a bounce by Tenza. Tenza coming up the middle and up across the 30 to about the 34-yard line.
And you know, Hartman made that tackle. You know, he had a little difficulty the first half handling the ball early in the game, but he's had a really big first half.
Yeah, he has. Let's bring in Marion. Marion, just an outstanding first half played by both these teams. You know, other than you take away some of the early turnovers from Rosecrans, they played really well.
Yeah, they really did. They certainly showed some explosiveness on the offensive side of the ball, and their ability to, you know, stay with it after those early turnovers, stay in the game, not get too down, and just continue to fight and eventually take the lead. You know, at one point is certainly commendable. But I had actually opportunity to talk to Coach Timmis on the way in. He said obviously he was very pleased with the offensive side of the ball, the way they were able to move the ball, just the way Tenza was just running hard. But said that he knew that, you know, the guys on the outside, younger guys, have to step up, play a little better, stop them, you know, in the defensive backfield. But good, he felt good about their adjustments going into the second half.
First down run for Tenza, and here's another one. Tenza bursting through the middle of the line, running over top. There's a face mask. He fumbles the football, and it's recovered by Rosecrans. No, it's still loose. Rosecrans recovers, but that one's going to be coming back for a face mask penalty on Rosecrans.
Wow.
A lot happened on that play.
Same thing.
Let's hear the discussion here.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15 yards, first down.
All right, so here's an official question for you, Shu. Where does that 15 yards come from?
That way.
Does it come from where it happened, even though he fumbled the football, or does it come from the line of scrimmage?
Well, I think they're trying to decide that. You know, I am certainly not a football rules expert, but I thought that the ball, since it had not been exchanged, would come back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a 15-yard penalty on the play.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
Who has the ball?
Let's see if we can get a...
White end up with the ball. So we're going first down that way.
No. They face mask. They face mask.
Okay. So we're going from the...
Yeah, this is
and then
an
run.
interesting.
Going for the beanbag.
Going from the beans.
Going from the beanbag. Going from the beanbag. From the fumble.
So they are going from where the fumble
and then
happened.
I'll have to check with some of my people. I'm not...
Half the distance.
I'm not discounting these gentlemen, because I don't know.
Half the distance. Yeah. That's what we're saying. Half the distance.
Wait a second. So they're giving the ball back? They're giving the ball to Rosecrans?
I don't think so.
It's your ball.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he just told Fisher it's their ball.
So they're marking it from the spot halfway to the goal from where it happened.
Here's the play again.
Right.
Face mask violation.
Look at that run. And there's the face mask that happened.
Yeah.
And then he did a good job of stripping the ball away, and Tenza not happy that he got his face mask grabbed. And so it's Irish football, 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's Jack Wright to the 5, diving, and he gets to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, they've had success with that little jet sweep
Jack
there.
Carter, the ball carrier. Garrett Pugh on the tackle for the Bishops.
So Wright around that left side gets to about the 2. Yeah, that's one of those interesting calls that you don't see a lot of.
And they sure as heck could be correct on this. I'm not doubting them, but I do want to talk to an official and say, how's come we don't come back to the original line of scrimmage?
Right, since the ball changed hands.
Exactly.
Yeah. Here's Tenza up the middle, touchdown Irish.
Tenza for the touchdown.
So a quick drive on their opening drive of the first half.
Yeah, pretty simple there.
Shot of the Fisher Catholic student section. It's neon night here at Fulton Field.
J.J. Vio will be attempting the extra point.
So Vio on to kick the extra point out of the hold of Grant Kiefer. The snap of Kavanaugh Frank. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. And with 10:42 left to play in the third quarter, the Irish take a 31-20 lead.
Yeah, no resistance here, Jared. Man, it's like a stroll in the park.
Yeah. Jack Wright actually got pushed by Jack Tenza. Hey, get out of my way. I'm trying to get to the end zone here. Our officials tonight, who we just got to hear talk over that last possession.
Is referee Charles Anderson, umpire John Welbrock. The linesman is Brian Lowry. The line judge is Ryan Schwederman. The back judge is Matt Ferdinand, and the center judge is Bill Hammett.
Same crew we had week one here, the Lancaster Gales game. Speaking of the Gales, they now lead Groveport Madison 20-14, that game in the third quarter. It is Bloom Carroll all over Fairfield Union, 35-0 at halftime. Amanda Clear Creek leads Hamilton Township 14-0 at half. And Liberty Union over Logan Elm 15-0 in the third quarter. We have no score reported. Millersport at Federal Hocking. And, of course, tomorrow night, Fairfield Christian will host Worthington Christian, who is a really good football team. Vio to kick it off. His team up by 11. Pugh and Hankinson back deep to receive the kickoff. It's taken by the near guy. And that is Pugh. Or no, it's Hartman, you're right. Hartman gets out to the 35-yard line. Pretty good starting position for Rosecrans. So it'll be Bishop football, 1st and 10. They trail it by 11 with 10:36 to play in the third quarter. Bernath had a good first half for the Bishops. He will hand off to Hankinson. Gets a couple on the play.
Yeah, lined up in the I formation and just, looking for a place to get in. He just has not been able to get anywhere between the tackles.
Garrett Pugh, the ball carrier.
Stop was made by Jack Carpenter. 2nd down and 9 for the Bishops.
So this is the biggest lead that we've seen in the game.
It is. And it was crucial for the Irish to score there on that opening drive.
Well, they just took the momentum,
Yeah.
They ended the first half we kind of had a crazy ending to the first half, but Fisher really had the momentum.
Yeah,
there.
the entire game we haven't seen a score, a lead for either team over 7 points. Really over 6, I don't think. Bernath the pass over the middle, hits his man, and brought down immediately. Good job that time defensively by Hyde O'Reilly. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Bishops. On the reception was Mikey Burkhart, sophomore receiver for the Bishops.
Well, a little better job right there by the Fisher Catholic defense, stepping up a little bit in the middle, because as we talked in the first half, Rosecrans made the adjustment. You see the play action here. And just a nice throw, but instant coverage and tackle.
Yeah.
That's much better.
O'Reilly, the freshman safety for Fisher Catholic. Here's a 3rd down and 2 for Bishop Rosecrans. Handoff right up the middle. Hankinson, and he's hit in the backfield by Tenza. And also Waylon Yeager and Kavanaugh Frank in there. Jonathan Crook brings up a 4th down and 2.
Well, what I like is Fisher stayed with their game plan. You see the replay here. They're just not going to let Hankinson get loose.
You're right.
That's smart coaching.
So the Bishops will punt it away. Tenza and Wright will go back to receive it. It'll be Pugh to do the punting. And it's a fake. There is a flag, and he's not going to get the first down anyway. The second effort might have got it, though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It? But it's coming back.
It's illegal formation.
Armstrong on the tackle for the
Tell you what, that
Irish.
was a good place to call that.
You're
Legal
exactly right.
formation. Offense, 5-yard penalty, replay 4th down.
Man, can't fault Coach Chris Zimba for that. That was a perfect opportunity to call that.
I agree. You can see here, and we can't tell from this angle, but I'm not sure they had 7 people on the line, Jared.
Brings the ball back
And how
to
about the second
38-yard
effort
line.
of the runner? That's what got him the first down, but it comes
4th
back.
and 7.
So the 4th and 2 comes back to 4th and 7 now, and almost likely a punt here instead of a fake. As now one man back to receive it, and that is Hyde O'Reilly, and he will just let it go. It will bounce inside the 20-yard line to about the 19. That's where the Irish will take over with 7:49 to play in the third quarter.
19-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Irish.
It's over a 50-yard punt.
That was nice.
Real nice.
Let's take a look at upcoming schedules for both of these teams. Of course, coming from the Mid-State League Cardinal. And we can also tell you in just a little bit where they stand in the region as well.
Well, we've talked about the importance of this game in the region and considering the playoffs looking down the road. You know, this is Game 7. We're only 3 weeks away. But Fisher has to go to Miller and then to Columbus to play Kip. And then, of course, the big one at the end of the year with Warren Union.
Yeah. We'll get Rosecrans' schedule after this play. On first down, here's Tenza. And gets out to near the 25. About a 6-yard gain on first down there. Here is the Rosecrans schedule.
Yep, after tonight, they play Fairfield Christian. And then, as you said, Worthington Christian, who's had a really good year. And then they travel down to the Corning area to play Miller also. Some winnable games on both teams' schedules.
You're right. 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard gain from Tenza on first down. Here's Jack Carpenter looking for a hole. Gets away from one man, but then he's going to be wrapped up for a loss or no gain. So to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you saw some late shifting by the Rosecrans defense, which I believe is, you know, a result of their scouting and pregame looking at alignments and where people are in the Fisher offense.
It's a good look right into the helmet of freshman quarterback Grant Kiefer. He has done a tremendous job. His progression from game to game to game has just been tremendous. And this is a kid who's never played quarterback before, not at any level of football, coming in as a freshman. And Coach Timmis saw what he thought could, you know, the ability to make a good quarterback. And, you know, he's going to be a good one. He's got 4 years to improve. Here's Tenza taking the give, and he's hit immediately. And a good defensive stand right here for the Rosecrans Bishops.
Hankinson again, Jared.
Wow. So the Irish will be forced to punt. It will be Brennan Quaintance. And the Irish have had a couple of situations earlier in the season from about this area where they've had dropped snaps on punts and have given the other team, the opposing team, really good field position. We'll see what happens here. Quaintance to punt from his 10. Great snap there from Kavanaugh Frank. End over end punt. Takes a bounce at the 45 and rolls backward. Gets a really nice bounce all the way down near the 30-yard line.
We'd say he got him a turf bounce, huh?
Ball rolls dead at the 31-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bishops.
So both teams with back-to-back good defensive stands.
Yes, and good punts to swing. Nobody really made much gain on field position.
Well, Shu, let's talk about the playoffs. These two teams out of Division 7, Region 27. Fisher Catholic stands right now at ranked number 11, where Bishop Rosecrans is number 18, just out of what would be the playoffs at 16. You got to get to that 16 mark to get in.
Right, and that's a big point because that changes a lot of things. And you look at some people on that schedule for like Rosecrans. They play Miller, who is at 12th right now.
Yeah.
They've had some issues with COVID, so they haven't played as many games.
Right. On first down, the carry, I believe that was Garrett Pugh on the carry. Not much there. Good job getting in there. I believe it was Waylon Yeager, maybe?
They just have not been able to run the football this evening.
And this coming from a team that had one guy go for almost 500 last week.
It's an amazing game.
Yeah.
And it's how you match up sometimes.
Yep.
And Fisher's doing a lot of their damage with only 6 or 7 or maybe even 6 guys in the box, guys. So that's even more impressive.
Bernath back to pass. He lofts one over the far side. And a great catch over on the sideline. And he's inbounds at the 45-yard line, near the 45.
Bernard pass is complete.
That's what they hurt Fisher with early in the first half.
Weston Hartman on the reception.
Messler's got to know the sidelines his friend on that one. He can use that as almost like a second defender.
Right.
Because he had the opportunity to do that on that one. Wasn't able to do it, and he had the long play.
Here's another one. Bernath looking to pass. And this time he just throws it away. Nobody was open, so he did the smart thing and throws it away. Here's the replay of that last pass play. Good job by his offensive line to give him time.
And
Again,
Simon just didn't get his head turned quick enough.
No, and it's a great point by Marion that, you got to use the sideline. That's also a defender.
Yeah.
And, as you said, get your head around and see where the ball is. It's hard to play sports if you don't know where the ball is.
Yep. His parents, Joe and Jenny, are over running the chains, and I'm sure that they were right on that. I imagine Joe had some things to say. As Bernath back to pass again over the middle, hits his man, and up to the 36-yard line, shy of the first down by about a half a yard, it looks like.
Well, again, if you're not going to be able to run it, you got to have a plan B, and I give the Rosecrans staff a lot of credit. They have a nice little passing scheme.
Yep. Third down and less than 1.
Third and 1.
Clock rolls at 4:16 to play in the third quarter. 31-20, Irish lead. Bernath's just going to sneak it forward, and he's got the first down. Quick snap and a quick surge forward.
Bernath carried the ball.
So it'll be 1st and 10 at the Irish 33-yard line.
Did you see the Bengals, Joe Burrow last night doing quarterback sneaks?
Yeah.
I'm like, you have a guy with a rebuilt leg. Why are you running him into that?
Yeah, a rebuilt leg 9 months from when he had that major surgery.
Okay, I thought maybe, I'm no football coach, but I'm like, I don't know about that.
Marion, did you ever have knee issues or knee injuries like that?
No, I was fortunate to never have any ligament issues. Had a couple broken bones, snap bones in my foot, but never had any ligaments.
Bernath back to pass. He rolls out looking, and he hits his man at the 19-yard line, out of bounds right there.
That's a great job by Pugh coming back. When the quarterback rolls away from the pocket, that's what they teach. And you talked about Peyton Manning earlier there. Watch
Good
this.
job by Bernath.
Watch him get out of the pocket, and he keeps his cool, Jared, and his head's up.
Yep.
And a great job, like I said, by Pugh coming back.
We talked about Kiefer on the Fisher Catholic side being a freshman quarterback. How about Bernath, just a sophomore? He's got a few more years to mature as well. He's already a good one.
I like his poise. Obviously he's young, so he doesn't have necessarily the stature that you might look at, but I like his poise and composure.
I like his footwork and his fundamentals.
Sure.
He's a very fundamentally sound quarterback if you watch him.
Pressured this time, fires over the middle, tipped and almost intercepted. We do have 2 flags, going to be a hold, I believe. That's a big penalty on Rosecrans.
Yep.
Bodie Sullivan was bursting through the line. I think he was being held. We'll get the call here.
Holding. Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
Now, as soon as we just talked about his fundamentals, and he's done such a good job, he's running to his left, and he's going to throw back to his right across his body into the middle.
Yeah.
Yep. So his teammates call him Manning. I just have to ask: Does he count out? Does he call out Omaha a lot? 1st and 20. Bernath out of the shotgun. Hankinson to his left, looking to pass. Fires one to the near side, and it's well overthrown. I think Marion could have caught that one.
Thought about it, guys.
Those are tough passes to complete. That's a long pass.
Yes, it is.
Takes a lot of skill and timing.
2nd and 20 for the Bishops.
Clock stopped with the incomplete pass.
And credit to the defensive staff here, Fisher Catholic. I think the scheme has really allowed them to stop a lot of those longer passes. They've completed a couple, but it hasn't been because, they haven't had defenders in the area. Really, it's just a matter of the defensive backs making plays. But I think the scheme here has done a lot to really tamper down that aggressive passing scheme, even though they're kind of getting chunk plays over the middle.
Yeah. Bernath is sacked in the backfield. He threw it. Was he down? Was he not down?
No, they're calling it incomplete.
Wow. Looked like he was seated.
I think he was sitting on a Fisher Catholic player.
All right.
Let's see here. He's going to buy him a Fisher Catholic recliner.
So Waylon Yeager got through there.
Yeah.
And then watch. Yeah, he's sitting on top of Yeager, so he's technically not down.
No.
That could have been disastrous for them, though, but his man was open. I think he was just as surprised as everybody else that he threw the pass.
He caught Hartman off guard.
Yeah. 3rd down and 20. Bernath looking to pass. Screen pass. It's that same play we saw earlier in the first half. Go for a lot of yards, and this time Fisher Catholic stops it for a gain of about 8. Jack Wright on the stop.
Jack Wright and Jack Tenzo on the tackle.
Big play.
4th down and 12.
4th and 12 for the Bishops.
They're going to kick.
Are they?
Looks like he has a tee out there.
I think they are. So Pugh going to attempt the field goal. This will be officially a 39-yard field goal attempt. It'll be out of the hold of Brendan Bernath, the quarterback. Good snap. And it's blocked. Picked up by Jack Tenza. No, this is Kavanaugh Frank down the near sideline. Frank to the 30, down to the 20, and dragged out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Nice return by Kavanaugh Frank.
Hey, when you're number 55, you love to get those balls you can run.
That's right. Great return by Kavanaugh Frank. Watch the block here. We'll see who got a hand on it. Try to anyway.
That's
Couldn't see
Pugh
from that
kicking.
angle.
I just
But
think
watch Kavanaugh here. It's bouncing, and then Cav just picks it up and uses his speed. That sets the Irish up 1st and 10 at the Rosecrans 16-yard line. Give credit to Garrett Pugh for chasing him down.
Well, he's the kicker.
Yeah, it's true. Kiefer hands off to Tenza. Over the left side, Tenza upended. Still gets about 4 on the play.
But this is where, if you're Fisher, you need to show your physicality, your discipline, and you can pretty much take over the rhythm of the game right here, Jared.
Yeah. Have an injury on the play. A Rosecrans player is down. And earlier you were talking about that, or Mario was talking about that front surge on the defensive line, and also we've talked about the offensive line. I got to give a shout out Coach Fox, who's the line coach for Fisher Catholic, coming in this year. He's done an outstanding job, and my son Gavin being on the team, he talks about Coach Fox a lot and how he pushes those guys, those linemen, and he's one of those coaches that those guys, they get pushed a lot, but they know it's because he cares and he knows what he knows what he's trying to get out of them, and those guys respect him for it. But they've done an outstanding job tonight, both on the offensive side and defensive side.
They sure have. They've been more physical. They've done the things they need to do to really get this 11-point lead. But as I said, I really feel right now you got to really exert yourself on your opponent right now. Really go at it right here. You're in almost the end of the 3rd quarter. Take it in the 4th quarter, and what you do to teams when you do that is you really put doubt in their mind that they have a chance. If you can do that at this point.
Not sure who the injured player is or what it is, but when you see that many people out around them, it's certainly hope for the best for this injured player from Rosecrans. You see some of the Fisher Catholic coaches out there as well and training staff. While they take care of him, we can say thank you to some of our sponsors as they work on the injured player for Rosecrans.
Yeah, big thanks to Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings at the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So 1:47 to play in the third quarter. It's 31-20. Fisher Catholic on top. They just blocked a field goal attempt. Kavanaugh Frank returns it down to the 16-yard line, and on first down, Jack Tenza was upended, and I believe the player that attempted to make the tackle on Tenza is the one that's injured, and this is a good sign. He's being helped up now. It might be just a case of that could be concussion related there.
Exactly.
It seems that way anyway. Certainly wish that young man the best. Still haven't seen a number of who it might be. But the good sign is that he is up and moving, and that is number 7. That's Malachi Clark, a junior linebacker. He made the stop on Tenza, and unfortunately he took the brunt of the hit.
Well,
Tenza.
As you well know, the helmet can't stop all the force that happens no matter what, and that's always a concern in these situations.
Yeah. So the Irish will have second down and 8 out of the injury timeout. By the way, our timeout sponsors tonight, the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. You can learn more at carriagecompany.com. Kiefer will have Tenza right behind him. Right, the motion man. Here is Tenza. And up the middle he goes, carrying guys with him. Smart play call. It's the exact same play as the last one, and the linebacker on that side is the guy that just went out, so they run right at the new guy.
They've done that tonight, really recognizing some things. And you know, I've seen it from the defensive side with Rosecrans moving people according to where backs are lining up in the Fisher backfield.
Yeah. First and goal at the 5 for Fisher Catholic. They lead it 31-20, under a minute to play in the third quarter. Kiefer, the give to Jack Wright around the left side into the end zone, touchdown.
They've had real good success at that play tonight.
Yep.
Irish touchdown.
So J.J. Vio trots on to kick the extra point. J.J., a good soccer player for the Irish, also very good second baseman and pitcher on the baseball team. In fact, I have about 11 baseball players out there on the football field right now.
It's where they should be.
Yep.
Involved in something.
And it is good.
And it's good.
Here's a replay of the touchdown run.
Yeah, watch this right here. Good timing. And look, they totally sealed that off there.
Yeah.
There's no chance for him to go down.
I want to say thanks to our second half scoreboard sponsor, which is Buckeye Lake Marina. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at buckeyeLakeMarina.com.
We have $240 in the 50-50 tonight.
So the Irish now with a 38-20 lead. Outscoring Rosecrans 14-0 in this half.
And again, just, you know, pushing your will on somebody else and making it physical, and you'll find out if they're a real opponent here. We're going to find out a lot about the Rosecrans team. Are they going to provide some resistance here now and come back? You know, and that's good when you coach. You want to find those things out about your groups.
Yep.
Regardless of what grade they are, Jared. As I used to always say, when they say a high school, they mean grades 9 to 12.
Sure.
So if you're eligible to play and you can do the things that are asked, then you get a play.
Yeah. Kick is loose, and it's covered. Thought Stewart was going to get down there on it. 19 there, but a good job by Hartman to just fall on it at the 20.
Well, I know one thing: his speed must come from his mother's side. Wow.
He was moving, and I'll say, because you won't, Jared, you don't want to see bias, but he has been fighting all night long on kickoff coverage. I mean, he's been doing a great job. I think he's benefited a little bit because they're paying a little bit more attention to Leo screaming down there on the left side. But on that one, and really all night, he's done a really nice job of getting off blocks.
I tell you, at the game at Grove City Christian, there were 2 surprise onside kicks. He recovered both of them.
Wow.
They weren't even lined up to recover onside kicks, but he got both of them.
That's awesome.
And I talked to him about it after the game, and he said, "Hey, Dad, it's like fielding a ground ball." I'm like, "Yeah, but that's an oblong ball, and it's bouncing weird."
True. Boy, the Fisher defense has just been so tough on Hankerson. They have not been able to run the football for 3 periods here.
There was the replay of the kickoff. What made me more proud there was that he helped the kid up.
You got to have class.
Yeah. 2nd down and 8 or 9 here for Rosecrans. 12 seconds and counting in the 3rd quarter. Bernath out of the shotgun. Pass is complete. A nice reception. A nice move there. Ooh, hit hard. Waylon Yeager lowered the boom on the receiver, but a nice return there.
To Tommy Bernath.
So I guess he was the second man to help. Jack Carpenter helping him up, and Gavin there to
At the end of the 3rd quarter.
also help. 3rd quarter ends with the Irish on top, 38-20 as we head into the final 12 minutes of play here from Fulton Field with Fisher Catholic on top. And boy, they really took control of that 3rd quarter.
That's the key. They had the momentum at the end of the half. Did a good job scoring to get the lead. Got a little crazy there the last minute or so, but then they came right out and established themselves on that first drive, Jared, of the quarter, and they actually dominated that quarter.
Check out some scores around the area. Lancaster continues to lead Groveport Madison 20-14 in the 4th quarter. It's Bloom Carroll over Fairfield Union 35-0 in the 3rd quarter. Amanda Clear Creek leads Hamilton Township 14-0 at half. That's the last update we had there. Liberty Union leads Logan Elm 24-0. And then coming up tomorrow night, it'll be Fairfield Christian hosting Worthington Christian up at Millersport. And I believe I won the 50-50. My wife is standing up to come to the press box. Those are my tickets that I gave her at halftime.
Oh, my.
Those were my tickets. I paid for those.
Sure, Jared.
31.
You won't see any of that money.
There she goes. That is my money.
Sure.
Pass is incomplete.
Just come on up the steps to the next level. Bring the cash up here. Oh, she is coming up here. 4th down and 9.
4th and 1 for the
or 4th and 1, that is, I should say, for Rosecrans. And this is obvious 4-down territory.
Yeah, and the story of that 50-50 is a funny story,
Hey,
too.
there she is.
I know.
Hey, that's my ticket. Come here. She's up here looking for the money. Go get my money. 4th down and 1 for Rosecrans. Bernath with the I formation behind him. It's Hankinson and Pugh. And once again, this is the 2nd time that we've seen Fisher Catholic jump off sides and give them a 1st down, or 3rd time.
Defense, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, it may
First
not.
down.
You may be right on 2 times, but there was a 3rd time, and I know you just cannot do that in week 7. I don't know any other way to say it.
And that is one that I mentioned Coach Fox earlier. That's one that he will be definitely on those guys.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be. I was a competitor against Coach Fox actually back in high school, and I know what kind of fire he is. So he'll be hyped up for that one.
Congratulations, Jared Stewart, for winning tonight's 50-50.
She told him my name. I'm surprised.
Well, we should shut the windows here just in case people start throwing tomatoes and things. I think it's fixed.
Jack Tenzo on the tackle.
I won't see that money. 2nd down and 8 for Rosecrans. My wife did her duty of ran the gate, the north gate here. There's the whole family, my parents, her parents, my kids. Pass intercepted, Kavanaugh, Frank at the 40. Great second half Kavanaugh is having.
Kavanaugh Frank
You know it was the right read, just the wrong execution, Jared.
Yep.
And a really good play by Frank, getting a little more depth at that position to take away those passes. You can see here, again, he's rolling to his left. Good job.
And I just noticed Leo was in on defense that time.
I mean, really, that's the only bad pass. Maybe
You're
the
right.
second one
Yeah.
at Bernath. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, he made the right read. He just never got it over the linebacker. And a great job by Kavanaugh.
From the 34-yard line.
Yeah, fantastic pick by Frank on that one, guys. But also, you mentioned Leo being in on those plays, Jared. It was really neat to see Jack Carpenter really directing him where to line up, or where to go. It was really neat to see. Just good teamwork on those.
Here's Jack Wright trying to break free. He's at the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Irish.
Jack Wright for the touchdown.
And this is what you do when you get a team down.
Yep. You know, piggybacking off what Marion said as we watch this replay, watch Jack right here.
Yeah, it's that counter again, that inside counter right here, across the backs. But again, Jared, he went to where
to the
you
inside,
need to go.
right?
Absolutely.
He had been going to the outside, and he's finally going to that inside.
J.J. Vio in for the extra
Jack Wright's
point.
going to be a fun one. Marion mentioned that earlier. He's just a sophomore. Kick is up and good for J.J. Vio. So 45-20, the Irish on top, with 11:04 to play in the ball game. But Marion was mentioning Leo, the exchange student from Italy, Aragoni. He said it was nice to see Jack Carpenter helping him out. Well, here's the thing. Leo speaks very little English. And so they've told certain players who line up beside him in certain situations, like Gavin lines up beside him on kickoffs and kickoff returns. And they told Gavin, you know, you've got to tell him what to do, where to go. And so they're instructing him well, but he's learning. He's learning quickly, and he's going to be a force for this team, you know, down the road here in the last parts of this season.
That's tremendous. I mean, that really is what an exchange student program is about, as far as allowing students to go places and experience something totally different from what they've done before.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, talk about a crash course in American culture. I mean, seriously, to be here, to be at a school, like Fisher Catholic, and be able to have this experience, but also get to play football, high school football, and be around this team in this kind of environment. There's nothing like the brotherhood and the camaraderie that you get on a football team, and it really just warms the heart. Not to be cliche or anything, but it really does to know that a guy who I'm sure a really good kid, Leo, gets an opportunity to experience this.
We're talking about number 21. He's now down to the far side of the screen. He's got some speed as the kick is pooched down to the 24. It'll be taken right there. Jack Wright had him wrapped up, and he gets away. And this time he's not going to get away from Tenza, and also Kyle Cormier on the stop. Nice job by the sophomore Kyle Cormier.
Tenza and Kyle Cormier on the tackle.
.56 to play in the ball game. Irish on top 45-20. That time a nice job by the returner. He did put a move on Leo. Oh, a face mask right there. Wright got away with one.
Garrett Pugh was not very happy with this right here.
Wow. Bernath's pass is complete to the 33-yard line.
Now, see, he's much more comfortable running and throwing on the right side.
Yeah,
those
you're
running
right.
left and throwing back across your body,
That's
Jared.
hard to do.
That is very difficult.
For anybody.
You watch Major League Baseball players struggle with that even.
Yes, yeah.
Scott on the reception for the Bishops. Simon Messerly on the tackle.
You know, it always killed me, watching NFL games, and they would make a big deal out of Patrick Mahomes doing that, which is good. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from him, but they're like, you never see that. I'm like, turn on any baseball game, and you're going to see it.
Because that's
shortstop's making that throw
they have
all the
to
time.
be able. They have to be able to make that play.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking about.
And Mahomes, I mean,
yeah,
baseball player as well.
Yeah, but he's doing it with people in his face trying to catch him and disable him.
Right.
That's a little different.
Bigger ball.
Yeah. But still, it shows you the talent of that, and that it doesn't just come. These are great athletes that are making those plays.
And we're talking about a sophomore in high school out
Yeah.
there doing that for the Rosecrans Bishops.
I know Marion talked about his fundamentals. I love his poise. I just think he's got a poise.
2nd and 12 here, and Leo Aragoni on the sack for the Irish.
Aragoni on the tackle for the Irish.
Clock rolls at 9:24 to play in the ball game. Watch Leo get through here. Just got a hand on him and drug him down.
He just kept fighting
through. Yeah,
really did a good job of the big tackle there.
Got just enough of him to lose his balance. 3rd down and 16 here. Coach Timmis yelling, "Watch the screen." Bernath looking to pass. He's got
That's
time.
holding.
There's big time holding, and they got it. They got it.
I mean, if I see it, you know it's bad.
And stop made by Kavanaugh Frank, but there's hold. Gage Armstrong was being held the entire time there.
Yeah, number 77 from Rosecrans just put the clamps on.
It was 77 against 77 as well.
Ryan, holding, declining 4th down.
So it's either going to be 4th and 7.
Push him back. Holding. Offense number 75. 10-yard penalty.
75.
Still 3rd down.
So Coach Timmis elects to back them up instead of taking 4th and 7. And I agree with that. I mean, they're going to go for it anyway.
It's 6 to 1, half dozen the other to me, Jared.
Yeah.
You know, but I apologize to Xander Daniels. That wasn't him, so you're off the hook, Xander.
And guys, I don't know if you heard, but just the student section had just a minute ago started up a chain of Leo, Leo, Leo. So they're catching on.
Oh, yeah, Grant, let's go.
Bernath looking to pass. Fires again across the middle and complete, and then brought down at about the 33-yard line by Kavanaugh Frank.
Yeah, the adjustment that Fisher has made this half. Not only are they taking that sideline pass, which does require a lot more skill, but they've also dropped their linebackers a little deeper in their zone coverage.
Yep. 4th down and 15. Clock rolls at 8:12 to play in the ball game.
4th and 15
at
for
Fulton
the
Field.
Bishops.
And guys, that's marked more than a few times where Waylon Yeager has made the tackle in the secondary after coming from his defensive tackle spot. I mean, it's just a tremendous job of running to the football.
Rosecrans gets the punt away, end over end. Jack Wright fumbles it, recovers, and a good job on the punt team. Michael Dady gets down there to make the stop.
Returned by Jack Wright. Michael Dady on the.
So the Irish take over on offense,
1st and 10 for the Irish.
leading by 25, 45-20 with 7:51 to play.
Okay, we got a question for you. How many passes have the Irish thrown tonight?
0.
How about 1?
Oh, yes, you're right. Halfback pass. You got me.
Yeah.
The quarterback has thrown none.
I didn't say that.
We've got a whistle and a timeout. Coach Timmis going to take one.
Timeout, Fisher Catholic.
And he's putting some subs in, including number 19.
Now, if you don't want to watch this play, I'll tell you what happened.
Gavin usually goes in at wide receiver, and he's just kind of a decoy. You know, you mentioned they don't pass.
Well, Marion played in a similar situation. So
I sure did.
You should know.
Yeah, Gavin and I can relate then. Eligible lineman on the outside. That's what I used to tell folks.
But you know what? You still have value, and you knew you had value.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Because a lot of those long runs were sprung by guys blocking on the perimeter. It is more important than a lot of novice football fans realize.
Absolutely.
So, it definitely means something out there.
So 1st and 10 Irish at their own 41 or 39-yard line. Kiefer hands it off to Carpenter, and he's going to be dragged down about a yard loss out there on the far side.
Weston Hartman on the tackle.
You know, Rosecrans, when I look at their roster, they have 2 seniors. One of them is Hankinson, and the other one is Burneth's brother.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's it.
Tommy Bernath.
Yeah, Bernath. That's the only 2 seniors I see.
Wow.
The rest are all freshmen, sophomores, and
good
juniors.
team.
That will be a good team. And I like the things that Coach Zemba's done.
Yeah.
They just got to get a lot more sound defensively.
2nd down and 11. Here's Jack Wright on the carry up near the 40.
Jack Wright, the ball carrier.
Short gain on the play.
Rex Hankinston on the tackle.
Third down and about 9 coming up. Third and 9. Tenza lines up behind Kiefer. And lost the snap. Kiefer did. And it's recovered by Rosecrans, number 11, Weston Hartman.
Weston has been all over the field offensively,
yeah,
defensively.
Right.
He has. He's been everywhere.
Yep.
Bishops take over 1st and 10.
So Rosecrans takes over 1st and 10 at the Irish 33. Watch this. It's just kind of strange.
Just never really had it, did
Right,
he?
right.
And good effort by Hartman right there to get on the ball.
Really the first mistake made tonight by the quarterback Kiefer.
It's true.
He's played well. Here's Bernath back to pass. He launches one down the far sideline, and it's caught! Touchdown, Rosecrans. What a pass and what a catch.
Tremendous toss throw.
I mean, hit him in stride.
I mean, you couldn't throw it any better.
No. And it was covered well, too.
Hartman.
As good as we've seen it covered tonight. That's Hartman again.
He doesn't lose stride. Wow, that's impressive.
Well, we talked about Hartman having a big night, and it continues.
Yep.
1st and goal from the 3.
Wait a minute, they're saying 1st and goal.
Oh, he has him out of bounds? No, they're kicking the extra point.
Check back
Yeah.
the extra point.
I thought so. What threw me off was the down marker over there.
Yeah.
And the kick is blocked.
And it's blocked.
Waylon Yeager, I believe, on the block.
Irish 45, Bishops
What gave you the
26.
first clue?
6:12 to go in the ball game. Irish up 45-26. Yeah, still that pass though, that's impressive.
No, that is. I mean, that's a sophomore to a junior.
Watch the extra point here. I don't think that was Yeager. I think he just kicked it into the back of.
I think he got a lineman to his right.
It was a low, low trajectory on that one.
You know, I mean, I never experienced this, but what would it be like to be an offensive lineman and a guy kicks one right in the middle of your back from 10 yards away? You know, I mean, it's got to be some kind of.
Yeah.
Love
You're
to
right.
talk to somebody about that. What's that like?
Coming up here momentarily, we will get our players of the game. One from each team tonight. We've got 6:12 to play in the game with the Irish up 45-26.
Wright and Tenza lead for the Irish. You will be kicking off for the Bishops.
Meanwhile, Lancaster has upped their lead to 30-14 in the 4th quarter.
Wow.
Over Groveport Madison. So Coach Schoonover will go to his alma mater and the team he used to coach and pick up his 3rd win of the season for the Gales.
That's 2 in a row for them, right?
Yep, you're right. And they'll have Reynoldsburg next week. Kick is recovered by Simon Messerly at the 38-yard line. That's where the Irish will take over.
Simon Messerly downs the ball for the Irish.
First and 10, Fisher Catholic at the Rosecrans 38-yard line. And the Irish moved early. I believe it was Carpenter on the near side.
Good ball. False start. Number 18. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Going to have several hills to bear across in the morning. They've had some penalties tonight.
Well, just things that you can clean up.
Yep.
You know, they're all fixable when you're getting procedure and offside penalties.
Fisher Catholic taking a while to get this play in.
And we use modern technology, Luke's hands, giving the time to the timer.
So they finally got the clock set. It's at 6:11 to play in the ball game. Here's Tenza going up the middle. There's a flag down as Tenza carries it, gee whiz, all the way up near the 50, but that one's coming back. I think that's going to be a hold.
I think you're right. He carried the ball and 4 players.
Yeah.
Holding. Office number 52. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
So consecutive penalties on the Irish, backing them up, going backwards.
Well, this is when you start thinking, okay, we're up by 19 points with 6 minutes to go. We've lost our focus and concentration.
Right.
And that's, if you want to be a really good team for 4 quarters, you cannot allow that to happen.
Right.
Yeah, that's, guys, you can't really take your foot off the gas, obviously, and that's sometimes when you have a team that is a little younger and still trying to learn. You know, you think sometimes you get a safer lead, you kind of get a little comfortable, and that may seem to be what's going on a little bit with Fisher Catholic here. So just, you know, hunker down, because, you know, sometimes, especially with a team that has shown to be as explosive as Bishop Rosecrans has been, no lead is really safe.
Yep. And the problem is those last 2 penalties both by seniors. So that shouldn't be happening at this point. Here's Jack Wright. Wright gets a good block. Wright up near the 40, up near the original line of scrimmage, and a nice job by Jack Wright on the carry.
Yeah, speed will help solve some of those problems.
Yeah, you're right.
Just give it to an athlete that can run like Jack.
Watch this replay here.
Oh, he just, as Marion said earlier, just puts the jets on, shows his change of direction, and watch the acceleration right there. Bam.
Yeah.
Now, I'd like to see him get 2 hands on that ball when he feels contact.
I agree.
You know, once you feel contact, you got to cover it.
Yep.
Get the ball close to your body and cover it.
2nd down and 9. Here's Tenza. Tenza's got some room on the outside. Has the first down and more. They're trying to strip the football, and Jack wraps it up. Be brought down at the 46-yard line.
And Tenza knows to stay in bounds on that one, keep the clock running. He's the type of running back I don't think would go out of bounds anyway, regardless of the clock situation. But, you know, smart heads-up play to stay in bounds and fight for a couple extra yards and keep that clock running.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Irish from the 46.
So 1st and 10. It's a 46-yard line. Clock rolls down to 4:34 and counting here in the 4th quarter. Kiefer hands it to Carpenter over the left side.
Jack Carpenter, the ball carrier.
And he'll pick up about
Gavin
2 or 3 on the play. (45-26), Irish in control as this one rolls down under 4 minutes to play in the game. If they can hold on, the Irish will raise their record to 4-3 and should be moving up a little bit in those standings.
Well, and to break the pattern of win-loss
Sure.
for them. I
Yep.
think that's a big deal tonight.
Yep. Kiefer again to Carpenter, coming to the near side. And Carpenter slips down at about the 40-yard line.
Jack Carpenter, the ball carrier. Weston Hartman on the tackle.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Irish.
So when the quarterback comes over and asks Coach Timmis, what should I do? And he just says, give it to Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the 41.
As a fan, you love it because you yell Jack and you're pretty much going to be right. Go Jack. Coming up at the end of this game, we will try to get some comments from Coach Timmis. Kiefer to right. He's hit it about the 40 and still chugging forward.
Jack Wright, the ball carrier.
Just short.
Yeah, he's going to be short by about a yard or 2.
Hankinson and Burnett on the tackle.
4th down and 2 here. We'll see what the Irish elect to do.
4th and 2 for the Irish from the 38.
Out of this is a little bit too far for a field goal. This will be 55 yards from here. He has kicked him from 50 before in warm-ups and in practice, but 55 is a little bit too much, I think. So 4th and 2. I'm going Tenza up the middle.
He's going long count, see if he can pull him offside. Nope.
Here's Tenza. He's got the 1st down. And with that 1st down, let's get to our players of the game. First one brought to you by Park National Bank. We'll go with the Rosecrans player of the game first. Brought to you by Park National Bank. It's a family and community of community banking teams delivering an exceptional breadth and depth of resources to individuals and businesses, providing a hands-on, personalized approach to service and strong local leadership that invests deeply in the places we live and work. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, we've talked all night. Very, very, very impressed with Rosecrans' sophomore quarterback, Brendan Burnett. But we really feel like Weston Hartman is the player of the game for Bishop Rosecrans. He's returned kicks. He's been all over the field offensively, defensively, made really impressive catches. And just say a big congratulations to number 11.
Number 11, Weston Hartman. Congratulations, our Bishop Rosecrans player of the game. Let's get to our Fisher Catholic player of the game, brought to you by the Edwards Insurance Agency, specializing in providing personalized insurance coverage that meets the needs of our individual clients. Contact Todd or Dale Edwards today.
Well, when you talk about Fisher Catholic, if I'm walking away from here, I'm going to have some images and thoughts, and I'm going to think of, Kavanaugh Frank, what a big game he had tonight, along with Jack Wright. But I'm telling you, the guy that stirs the drink for Fisher, Jared, is number 22, Jack Tenza, the senior. He just had an outstanding football game tonight.
Congratulations to Jack Tenza, the player of the game for Fisher Catholic. And got to give credit, Kyle Cormier right there in an excellent run for the Irish, and sprung by a block out there on the outside by Stewart to get him a little more yardage. But how about Tenza, the game that he has played, the season he's had, and a tremendous student, could very well be the valedictorian of this senior class.
Super competitor. But I also want to give a big shout out to the Fisher line.
Oh, absolutely.
I think they have done an outstanding job as a group tonight.
Yep. Irish in victory formation as Kiefer takes the first knee. The clock rolls down to 1 minute to play.
Yeah, one more time maybe.
Coach Timmis getting a couple more freshman linemen into the game. That's Charles Schoenlob and also Tommy Moon coming in for the Irish. Drew Matty checking out. I tell you, Drew Matty has played outstanding in a backup role. He started and played the entire game, and he's getting some hugs on the sideline. Couldn't be more proud of what Drew Matty has done tonight for this offensive line and defensive line for the Irish. Kiefer kneels down again.
That's it.
And that'll do it. So the Fisher Catholic Irish will raise their record to 4-3 on the season and 4-1 in the Mid-State League Cardinal Division.
The Irish 45, the Bishops 26.
As Marion will trot down to try to get victorious Coach Timmis after they shake hands. Shoot, just other than some mistakes, especially here in the second half, just a well-played game by both these teams.
Oh, very well played. A lot of talent on the field, a lot of speed, a lot of quickness. I mean, we had a track meet there for a while.
Yeah.
But I think Fisher's strength just a little stronger, showing the run, and you know it's coming, but you can't do anything about it. And
Right.
that says a lot about Fisher Catholic and their running game.
Let's talk again while we wait for Coach Timmis about the upcoming schedules for these two teams. For Rosecrans, next week, if I can find it here quickly. Well, let's go with Fisher first because I see theirs right here. Fisher next week will have Miller on the road, and then they will go to Kipp Academy, who actually is having a pretty good season at 4-2, and then they end up with Bern Union. So a winnable game next week, and then maybe we'll see what with Kipp, but Bern Union, that's going to be a tough one.
Well, Fisher's going to find out really what kind of team do we have.
Yeah.
Where are we? Obviously you feel they should go down to Miller and win, but nothing's guaranteed.
Sure, absolutely.
And you better go to play, especially on the road.
Yep.
And then you go to Kipp, like you said, they're 4-2, will be very dangerous. And Bern, they've got their team undefeated right now, so they look like the team to beat at this point.
Meanwhile, for Rosecrans, they will have Fairfield Christian next week, followed by Worthington Christian, and they will go to Miller to finish out the season. So a couple winnable games there, and maybe a tough one with Worthington Christian, but anything's possible. This is a well-coached and a young team that we mentioned, and they're going to be up and coming here in the next couple of years. Just two seniors.
Yeah, that they were impressive tonight, and I like the adjustments they made. They just have got to tighten the ship down on defense.
Yeah.
Not allow so many big plays, and just give. You only got so many players at this level. Whether it's 20, 22, whatever it is, and it requires a lot because you got to be good, and you got to play on both sides of the ball the whole game. Plus, you're on the special teams. So it's just a tough thing, but they have a lot of promise and a lot of good things that Bishop Rosecrans showed tonight.
Yeah, good look there at Coach Timmis talking to his team as his team's victorious tonight, 45-26 over Bishop Rosecrans. And we want to say thank you to our ADs from both of these schools. From Rosecrans, that's Seth Thompson, and he does a lot of duties up in Zanesville. He's the head baseball coach. He's an assistant football coach. He's the AD. I believe he even coaches a little bit of basketball, JV basketball. So a good guy. Get to talk with him every spring in baseball. And thanks to him, and also thanks to Roy Teddy, the athletic director of Fisher Catholic, getting us our setup here high atop Fulton Field. And that's what's coming up for the Interface Video Productions team next week. We'll be on the road as Lancaster will go on the road to take on Reynoldsburg. Lancaster picking up a second win in a row, their third win of the season tonight up at Groveport. It's going to be a tough one next week against Reynoldsburg.
Always is. Going to have a lot of talent. Coach White does a fantastic job of getting kids playing hard and being realistic. As you know, they had little struggles early, but it looks like they're coming along. So being interesting, and ball game next week with two different styles.
Yeah, absolutely. So Coach Timmis about to break the huddle with his team as they will, as they always do, they will go down and sing the alma mater with the band and the student section. And I think Marion has Coach Timmis there. You see him walking over. And as soon as he is ready, we will throw it down for some comments from a victorious Coach Timmis and our own Marion Royster. Take it away, Marion.
All right, standing here with victorious Coach Luke Timmis. Coach, heck of an effort tonight, 45 points, offensive explosion. You guys were pretty much able to do a lot of things offensively, running the football downhill. Just did a fantastic job. Talk about the ability to just run the ball and move with the ball and do what you were to do on offense.
Yeah, that was we knew coming into the season that would be our bread and butter. Offensive line, and we got our stable of running backs. We got the Jack Field back there, and I mean they couldn't be prouder. They were unbelievable, and they didn't stop. The offense didn't stop.
Defensively, you guys, stopped the bleeding. I know there were a couple big plays you gave up there. I know you probably want to clean some things up, but the ability to, maybe tamper down in the second half, again, eliminate some of the big plays. It seems like there's some things you can build on there on the defensive side.
Yeah, actually, players did a good job halftime adjustments. The DBs were young back there. Actually, number 8 is his first week back. He's been out all season, and honestly, yeah, he played a good game. Give it to their quarterback. He's got good placement on the ball, and their receivers are really, really good, 10 and 11. So kudos to them.
So not only this win brought you guys to 4-3, but it also broke this streak of you guys. You were going win-loss. So your first consecutive 2-game winning streak on the season. How's that feel? And you think it'll give you good momentum going forward?
Yeah, we hope so. Winning streak of 2, and onward to next week, make it a winning streak of 3.
Sounds good. Good luck to you, Coach. Always good to see you. Best of luck. Take care.
Thanks.
All right. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Marion, and thank you to Coach Timmis. I tell you, that's a tremendous person, not just a coach, but Coach Timmis is a great guy. He's in his second year as a head coach. He's been an assistant for years here at Fisher Catholic, and, of course, a teacher in the classroom, an excellent history teacher, and just a good person. And this is the right man to lead this Fisher Catholic football team.
He's as good as gold in my mind, and I could share a couple things with you, but we won't bore the people out there right now with those.
Congratulations to the Fisher Catholic Irish, raising their record tonight to 4-3 overall with a 45-26 victory over the Bishop Rosecrans Bishops. Again, coming up next week, the Interface Video Productions team will be on the road up in Reynoldsburg as the Lancaster Gales will take on the Raiders. That'll be a good one. Join Josh Messerly and the entire IVP crew on the road next week for that one. I want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew tonight, and of course the ADs for both of these schools, and our man down on the field, Marion Royster, always doing a fantastic job. For Marion and for Tim and our entire Interface Video Productions crew, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, Park National Bank, Dagger Law, the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Standing Stone Bank, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Buckeye Toyota, the Carriage Company, Huddle Tire and Auto, the Fairfield County Commissioner's Office, South Central Power, Sheridan Funeral Home, and Buckeye Lake Marina.